you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, and we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
Good evening. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. Pleasure to be back with you after a little bit of a week off. Sometimes just got to reset, deal with some things in real life, and appreciate all of you for reaching out, checking in. First things first, very important information. We got to give our love to Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy, for those of you that may not know, had a little bit of a food poisoning, vomiting, intestine ruptured. They had to go in, do a surgery, remove it, 6 inches chunk of it. So I've been talking to him the last couple days. He's on the mend. Things are looking better. He's got to stay in the hospital for a couple more days, but say a prayer for Johnny Boy. Send him some love, and yeah, we keep passing all the love around. He's very appreciative for it. Yes, Clancy. Great idea, Clancy. That's how you kick in the door with a chat comment. Put your eggplants in the chat for Johnny Boy. Addison, who is the resident emoji maker, him and Knob. I don't know, but if you could pull together a Johnny emoji, I will add that to the channel immediately to show Johnny some love. All right. It's been a week. Like, I'm like, all right, where's everything? Where's the settings? Now I know how Bobby feels. Member of the channel for 19 months, Mr. Nate. There have been more meetups than Gentwins since I became a subscriber to this shit show. Subscriber to the channel shit show, not the team shit show. Well, Nate, with all the dogs that go to the bathroom near your bike, you are surrounded by shit all the time. I'm very happy to be a part of all the shit that enters your life. And thank you for being a part of the channel. Raul, the trivia question, a fantasy question. Should I start Jacksonville's defense tomorrow? If you don't, you deserve to get blown out. Yeah, there's going to be sacks. There's going to be turnovers. There's not going to be a lot of points. We'll get into all that. But yes, definitely start. I don't care if you have the 85 Bears as your other defense. You start Jacksonville's defense tomorrow. Unless you're going against me in any league, then no, do not do it. But folks, here's what we're doing. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Last week when we were doing shows, we were able to get over the 1900 mark. Thank you to everyone for being a part of that. We do have a raffle going on. We have Darrelle Revis mini helmet autographed. We have that. We also have a Freeman McNeil jersey autographed going off next Sunday. So here's what we're doing. $5 super chats and up get you on the wheel. Gifted memberships get you on the wheel. Yes, we've had a major falling off with memberships. I appreciate everyone who gifts and spreads the love of this channel. You guys are fucking amazing, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So, a couple things I want to get into. We're going to do call-ins. We're going to do hangout. We're going to have some special, hopefully, people who said that they will call in. We'll have some interesting guests. I know there was really good feedback from last Friday night and that show. It got a little nuts, but you guys seem to have a lot of fun. First things first. Josh Myers. Now, for those of you who've been watching the show for a while, I was huge on bringing in Myers for 2 years, $12 million. I said, keep him, bring him in as your sixth man. If you go and upgrade center, great. He can bump back down to your sixth man. If not, he can hold the fort for one more year, and then you can go in and get a big-time center in 2027. So I think this alleviates the stress of what we have to get, and it allows us to kind of just play the board with the draft. Or if a big name like Linderbaum hits free agency, you still have the money to do it. You haven't committed to Myers as a starter. To have a backup offensive lineman at $5.5 million is a really good option to have. He's shown he can start. You can move people around. You can get him in the lineup. So I'm a big fan of this move. We've had so many problems on the offensive line for such a long time. It's really shocking that our offensive line is like the least amount of concern that we have with this team. Quarterback remains a question mark. What are we going to do with Brees? What's our tight end room going to look like? Who's going to be wide receiver two? What do we do with defensive end? How are we going to deal with linebacker? Are we going to go with these three cornerbacks? What's our safety room going to look like? It's literally turned to where we have our punter, uh, and we have a kick returner and a punt returner, and of course we have Thomas Hennessy. So aside from special teams, the offensive line is the only thing that we can look at and say, all right, we're good. We're good. We can add to it, but we're good if we go into next year with this group as is. So very good job, and you got to give some credit to Joe Douglas, and then obviously you got to give it to Muji, who Myers was one of the first people that they brought in, and it paid off before we even got to the season. Now with AVT, you guys know I don't want to do it. AVT would be like going back to the girl that cheats on you every Thanksgiving with your cousin, and you keep taking her back. It just doesn't work out. Yes, that's the analogy I'm going to use. I thought about that one earlier. I'm like, I got to drop that during the show, but I can't do it. I can't take away the spot that Titman has earned, and I would much rather have Simpson or a young up and coming guard from the draft than to go out and commit that spot to AVT, because talent wise, he deserves it. No doubt. His talent's there. And I don't care if he goes to another team and does well. He burned us 3 times here. It's very good, Nate. Uh, well, maybe. Who knows, right? It depends what side of the family you go to. But back to the Jets. Oh, 25, member for 13 months. It's been 13 months already? Damn. Yeah, you popped on the scene after the Halloween game last year and then made your way over here. So, thank you for 25. I appreciate you. Now, the offensive line, we're good, right? Tight end room, Mason Taylor out. Coincidence that all of these guys who may have been playing through injuries now all of a sudden can't play? Taylor's missed some couple practices the last couple weeks. Now he's out. I think they're not going to put guys out there to get hurt, knowing that now it's full blown tank. And I said this throughout the season in October, November. I wanted to win. Told you guys this time and time again. I want to win. But now I want to move up the draft and into round one as high as we possibly can. Charles Gorman is doing God's work with helping the Colts lose week after week. That pick is now in the teens. That could maybe get to 15 at best case scenario for us. If they lose out, we can be 15 there. And for us, I think the best case scenario is us getting to number 3. I think that's where we can really look at and say that's the best possible scenario for us. And here's how I see that happening. I can see Washington beating the Giants this week. You want the Giants to end up with number 1 right now. So Washington beats the Giants. They fall behind us. We move up to 6. The Saints beat us next week. This is, of course, with the Jets losing out. We move up to 5. Tennessee the following week defeats the Saints. We move up to 4. And now you got to look at Cleveland and you got to look at the Raiders, and maybe they can get a win somehow, some way. And then if we start losing, we don't know how the strength of schedules are going to play out. I know Cleveland has a really strong one, I believe. But I think 4 is most realistic. 3 is a little bit of a pipe dream. but you don't want the Giants to win any more games. You want the Giants to remain at 1. That way, if they're sellers, which they should be, because if they're going to go wide receiver weapon, if they're going to go another defensive player, if they're going to do anything they're going to do, they're better off trading down. So it would be a perfect case for us to come in and say to the Giants, hey, we'll help you out. You need some draft picks. You got to build your team up. We're looking for the quarterback. Don't make a deal to anybody else but us. And I don't think the Giants would have an issue. Some people who are fans are, oh, you don't deal with the Giants. You don't deal with the Jets. What are you talking about? You take the best offer. If the Jets have the best offer, who cares if you give the Jets their quarterback? You're not a rival. It's not like they're a division rival. You wouldn't be giving the quarterback to a team. You play them once every 4 years. Maybe you mix in another game here and there with the how you finish in the division, but don't stress that. The Giants and Jets will do business if that's the best deal on the table. Now, moving to the secondary, AZ Thomas out for the year. And AZ Thomas shared this on Twitter. And it says, to be real, been a heavy year. First surgery ever in a couple of days. And I've learned it doesn't have to make sense. You can't break what God has taken time to mold. I know my God remains undefeated. So this too shall pass. How you see your pain determines what it produces. So refine and stretch me, Lord, not for my comfort, but for your glory. Thank you, Jesus. Now, some of you may not relate to or appreciate that, but I think we got a good young player with a really good head on his shoulders. You could see that he's faith based and he's going to have his trials and tribulations, right? It's very, how do I word it? It's very challenging. It's very humbling when you have to go and have your first surgery. When everything you've done this entire year has been about starting off as a rookie, being behind Sauce and Steven. Sauce gets traded. You get put into the lineup. You almost have a pick in Cincinnati, but you stepped out of bounds. I think that's the closest we've come all year to an interception. Wild. Uh, and then now he gets the spot. And I think a lot of us looked at AZ Thomas as a guy that we wanted to see improve. We wanted to know, is this our starting corner going into year 2? And I'll be honest with you right now, I don't know if that's the case. I know they know more than we do. They see him every day in practice. They put him into the starting lineup. They backed him up. They're going to coach him up. But I don't know if we can absolutely say that he's the guy. So I want to keep an eye on the cornerback room. I thought that we were getting maybe a nickel back, maybe a guy with a little more speed. Brownlee's very physical in the nickel. But I think that we can improve our cornerback room, but I don't think it's a major priority. But I definitely think it's worth keeping an eye on. Now, Brady Cook to start. Now, I didn't do a show last week, and I've been waiting to ask this question. How's everybody who was saying let Brady cook? How do you feel about it after watching last week? Yes, he got rid of the ball. Yes, he made mistakes. No, he didn't have practice reps. How do how do you get excited about this? He's undrafted for a reason. Yes, he can get back there and just sling the ball. No big deal. I don't think we can really have a high ceiling for him. I don't think we have really any expectations. I don't think the bill says he's not even simmering. Yeah, there's no gas to the house. It's not an electric stove. It's just a guy going through the motions and hoping not to ruin any chances of having a future as a backup in the league. So Adrian Martinez is there. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Martinez. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but it wouldn't surprise me if Martinez gets an opportunity to start down the end. There's no reason to put Taylor back in. I don't think you'll see Garrett Wilson again. This is just now put it in cruise control. Hope for no other major injuries to your key players who will be here in the future and get out of the season unscathed. That's really the most realistic, honest take I can give you as a Jet fan. Right now, it's whoever walks on the field, let them walk off the field healthy. We don't need an Achilles or an ACL or torn muscles in this late in the year. Now, last Saturday, Minnesota, forgive me, Indiana upsets Ohio State in a game where a lot of people said, I got to see what he does against Ohio State. Allen, many others on Twitter, not just Jets fans, he doesn't stand a chance. This defense of Ohio State's going to embarrass him. They're not. He's going to get blown out. He's not going to be able to get the ball out. He's not going to make his reads. The wide receivers won't get separation. He's going to be humbled. None of that really happened. Indiana's defense did all that. But there were moments in the game where, and here's the things that I'm looking at when I look at a quarterback. How do you throw under pressure? How do you throw on the move? How do you throw when your first read's not open? And you saw that a lot. And when the pressure situations have arrived for Mendoza, he's been able to deliver. He did it in Penn State on the final drive. Myself, 25, Pred, we were in the Discord watching the game together. And they weren't major throws, but they weren't highlight reel throws, but they moved the chains. And they did it. He did it when it mattered most. They ran the ball well. And I think that's exactly what you want from your young quarterback. You have your offensive line built. If it's him, it may not be him, but I see a lot of things that he does well that will translate to the NFL. Not every game is a shootout. Not every game is going to be 5 touchdowns and 350 yards. Sometimes your best games are the games that you're off, or the game where the defense has a great plan, but you find a way to get that one drive late. You find a way to get into field goal range before the half, and then you score in the opening drive of the second half, and you flip the game. This is a good question. It's a very good question. That's one question we don't have answered yet. I also don't know the measurements for his hand size. That's a very big thing when it comes to quarterbacks. We'll find that out late February at the combine. I'm sure he will do all the testing there. I don't know if he'll throw there, but I'm looking forward to seeing how this whole quarterback class comes about. Now, January 14th is the day that everyone has to declare whether they're entering the draft or they're going back to college. I think a lot of the quarterbacks, I think Simpson from Alabama absolutely has to go back. I have zero interest in him at this point. I think Moore should capitalize on this and get out now because he'll be a top 5 pick this year. I don't know if you could say that next year. Now, granted, he has the ability to make money in college as well, but I'm not. For me, I'm all in on Mendoza, and I've been that way. You guys know this. I've been the first one talking about Mendoza since Labor Day weekend. Mendoza's been my guy. I think he can move well enough as a player right now. He reminds me of Aaron Rodgers in college. And what I mean by that is Rodgers would move, but when he moved, he was still looking to throw. He was still looking to get the ball downfield. He was still looking to be a killer, and he would take the yardage if it was there. I see some resemblance of college Rodgers in Mendoza, the prospect. So that's some people don't like him. Some people think he's too goofy. I love that he's a football nerd. He's brilliant. He got accepted to Yale, decided not to go to Yale, and went to Cal instead for football. Started there for 2 years, then went to Indiana, and is on the brink of possibly, until they play Georgia, having a really good title run. So that's those are the things that I've had on my mind. Those are the things that I've made notes of that I wanted to talk about. And also, Carly saw a picture of Mendoza, and she's like, "Oh yes, I like him. Draft him." I think I remember that from the Discord one day. But folks, call and link is there. Jets questions, welcome at all times. Draft questions, we could start firing away. don't forget, folks, we do have a raffle going on. Darrell Revis mini helmet, Freeman McNeil autograph jersey, super chats $5 and up, gifted memberships. Now, I got a guest coming on right now, but I'm going to play something real quick because I got to do a little bit of producing in the background. Actually, you know what? I could do it. I'm going to the guy who clicked in, and you know exactly who I'm talking to. Give me one moment. I'm going to bring someone else on so I can do something before I bring you on. So I apologize to all of you, but it's time to let this guy ramble. And he's dressed up for the occasion. He looks like he's going to go interview for the Michigan job. Now that's what's up, Alan.
Hello, how are you doing, Nicholas?
How you doing,
See,
pal?
I actually dressed up for the occasion. What's going on? All this Mendoza talk will be for naught when
Why?
the Raiders have the number 1 pick. Unfortunately, it will.
Who do you think the Giants beat?
I think the Giants win this week, and I think the
Why do you
Raiders.
bring your negativity to my world whenever we talk?
It's not negativity. It's honesty. It's honesty. I think the Raiders lose out. I do.
Okay.
I actually think what's crazy is the Chiefs right now are 3 games behind the Chargers with 4 to play.
Yeah.
I think that last game of the year, the Chiefs will have a chance to make the playoffs, and they will play the Raiders, and that will be the end of the Jet dream for Mendoza. I think the Chiefs will win out, and I think the Chargers will lose 3 out of 4. So all this is for naught, but I appreciate your love for Mendoza. I just worry that he is a product of the greatness of Kurt Signetti. That's just me. And
that's not true because Dom C was big on him before he even got to Indiana with his traits.
Yes. Next year, it looks like Sam Levitt from Arizona State's going to transfer to Indiana. So he'll be the next Mendoza for 2027. When the
we're
Jets...
about to get the announcement for is the hour almost up for the Heisman, or does that show start at 8:00?
I think it starts at 8:00, and usually they announce it by 8:30.
Nate saying straight from the synagogue.
No, I'm actually going to synagogue. I usually try to get out of it, but I'm actually going tonight. Yes.
Nice.
But
enjoy yourself.
I just one other comment.
Shoot.
Envelope Curtis Rourke was a 7th round pick for the Niners. He's their third string quarterback right now, by the way. As far as what you see, what worries me about a trade up is, to me, I think the opportunity to draft Sonny Styles with the Colts pick, because that Colts pick will be mid-first, scares me, because that would be the trade target for another team to move up. And I just don't want to trade him. I think he is so valuable for this team going forward. The opportunity to draft a true Mike and get rid of the 2 bums we have at linebacker right now is so intriguing.
Yeah.
I just don't want to trade the pick. As much as people want to trade that pick to move up 3 slots or 2 slots, that scares me because he has 12-year Pro Bowl potential. And again, ever since Mosley retired, we have not had a guy who has quarterbacked our defense, and I think he'd be perfect.
I would rather have a quarterback of the offense than the quarterback of the defense. That's me. But I also feel more confident and comfortable with the depth of the linebackers, with C.J. Allen, with Hill from Texas, than I do the depth of the quarterbacks. So if I got to take that chance, I'm doing it.
So let's say the Jets have the 4th pick. We'll just say they finish with the 4th pick, and Tennessee has the 1st pick.
Mm-hmm.
And the Tennessee wants our best one in 2027. Okay. It could be our best one. So let's say, I mean, you don't have no idea what Indianapolis is going to be in 2027. That could be a top 10 pick. Okay. The idea of trading our best one for a guy who I'm not so sure he is the guy. That's
why you leave it to the scouts and the GMs and the people who are going to interview him. And if they believe he's the guy, they're going to do it. If that's what it takes, If you give number 4, you give the best one next year, and then you throw in a 2, I'm fine with that.
What
A
about if
1,
they
a
ask
1, and a 2 to go from 4 to 1, I'm okay with
what
that.
about if
I
they
really
ask
am.
for 3 ones?
No.
If more
From
if
4 to
more
1?
sta-
No. Go
3
get 2 1s and a 2 from elsewhere then.
Okay.
Go get a better offer than what we can give. Like, you wanna play hardball? Okay, play hardball.
The best hope for the Jets is that Dante Moore balls out in the playoffs and he becomes quarterback 2 option, because I
Yeah.
just don't see Ty Simpson coming out the way he's been playing lately. I can see him going back to school. And I think if Moore has a really tough test in a couple of weeks, I think they'll beat up on James Madison next week. And then they have Texas Tech in 3 weeks against that defense. And I think it's going to be a good test for him to see how he plays against a top-notch defense,
That's fair.
because he
The
was
biggest thing for us is if the Raiders fall in love with Moore. That
yes,
would be the best case scenario for us, right? Like, we
sure.
don't have a bidder for number 1 or competition for number 1. The Raiders are like, "Hey, we're number 2, we're good. We'll take
Yeah.
whoever falls to us." That's the best case scenario for us, is nobody's bidding against us.
We better hope that the Giants win in Vegas. That's the only hope the Jets have, because that's their only game
I
on their
disagree.
schedule.
I want the Raiders to win. I want the Giants to
I'm
remain
sorry.
at number 1.
The only hope is that the Raiders beat the Giants in
Oh, yeah, it's
Vegas.
Kenny Pickett season, baby. Let's go.
God bless. But enjoy the rest of your show, Nick. Okay. Have a good one.
Have a good time tonight, my friend.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a show about football primarily. This has become a show about many things, many nights. Sometimes I don't control where that goes. But one thing that's always a given on this channel is that we're a family. And I take that to heart, and that means a lot to me. And when I see a member of my family in trouble, it hurts me. So I'm going to bring on somebody right now. But thank you to Addison. If you refresh your YouTube browser right now, we have the Johnny Boy, the JB eggplant emoji going off. Let's bring him on from the hospital, folks. Let's bring in Johnny. What's up, brother? How you feeling today?
Hey man, I'm feeling getting a lot better, man. I'm in pain today because I got the tube stuff that's been removed out of my system and everything. But it's all the walking that I'm doing now and the step by steps and having all the stuff trying to settle back in to where they're supposed to belong to. It's pretty painful, man. I'm not gonna front, but I'm good.
You
Like,
got the tube out of your nose.
yeah, because of I'm started to walk, like relearn to walk again and be able to reuse the bathroom all over on my own again and all of that. Like, you and I had the conversation, and I was making sure that I you know didn't get on the pain medicine as much as stay on it.
Yeah.
Just kind of fought through it so I could know what's going on and be able to just deal with. I mean, when I was in pain, I took it, but if it's something that I was able to manage it, I you know I dealt with it. So appreciate all the kind words and the support that you've called and said to me and things like that. So I really do, and then to everybody that has reached out, I really appreciate it, man. And you said it right. This community is a family, man, and we really do look after each other. I've got so many messages to respond back to people and stuff, and it's taking time because of all the stuff that I have in my hand, and it's been easier for me.
Pause. No Diddy.
Yeah, it's been easier for me to talk, on the
You sound much better than when we spoke on Thursday, the first time.
yeah, yeah. Dude, life just throws a curveball at you, and you gotta figure out how to deal with it, right? And I'm here, man. So it's like I say, like, dude, somebody you haven't talked to in a while, or that you haven't heard, reach out, just give them a hug, man, or just a quick, hey, how you doing, man? I hope you're okay. That stuff really means, like, you guys don't understand how much it meant to see, like, the support. I mean, this what I'm wearing today right here. Thunderlips came by, and he knows I bleed Jets green, and he's like, "Yo, I gotta have you looking right for tomorrow
Why
during
does
the
this keep
football
moving?
game."
Sorry.
You know,
Let me
so
see. What is it? Jet blanket?
yeah, he got me a Jets blanket.
Oh, nice. Look green.
Yeah, so to be able to represent, um,
Awesome.
and just being able to just talk, and he saw how much of my family came down and all that. Because I mean, Nick, like before Gio, I was the only boy in the family, and that was going on over 35 years.
Oh, is that Johnny Boy?
Yeah, so um, the tube, they're expecting the tube to come out like the fifth day of me being here out of the seven that they're expecting me to be here. They took it out today, and it being the third day. So I'm making strides and all that, but still making sure I'm being, you know, conscious of what my body tells me and not overdoing it,
Yeah.
because like I want to get back to my kids so bad, dude.
Oh,
Like
sure.
it sucks not being able to wake up in the morning and just hug them and or give them a kiss goodnight and
Yeah, but you
everything.
you don't want to go back and forth, right? And you sometimes you got
Yeah,
to put what you want aside and do what's best for you and them long term. So if you got to stay there another day or two, don't let it bring you down because the goal is to get home and remain home.
yeah, exactly, 100%.
Uh, Fox Sports says, I don't know why this keeps moving this. Feel better, Johnny. We're saying prayers. Absolutely. Thank you for the super chat, Foxy. You are in the raffle. Now,
Oh yeah,
Johnny, we had a little bit of breaking news when you called in.
I seen.
Mendoza from Indiana wins the Heisman. So, what's your thoughts on a guy that I've said for the Jets season, mayhem for Mendoza from the beginning? Now it's Heisman Mendoza comes true. Allen's hopefully miserable, so that should make everybody happy.
Do I like Mendoza? I do. Do I think that we should throw in all the 3 1s for him and whatever? No, I don't. I I want us to build it the right way. But you know what though, honestly, Nick, if they end up going and they say F it and we're gonna give up all the threes, at the end of the day, they're the coaches, they're the scouts. They know more than any of us will ever know. And I have to trust what the organization is going to do. We've lacked a quarterback for a very long time.
A little
And
bit.
if they truly believe that this is the quarterback that could potentially do it for them, then you know what? As long as he's producing and does what he's supposed to, it'll make everything a lot better, man. So, I mean, just seeing him talk right now and talking about his family and the sacrifices that his mother's made and brothers, and it's like, how can you not root for a kid like that? So
Yeah.
it's
Well, Johnny, I want to show you something. I know you're on the phone. Thank you, producer Clancy, for bringing it to my attention.
thank you, Jay Graves. Appreciate you.
So this is the Johnny Boy emoji.
I need a little bit more courage.
You need what?
A little bit more courage than that.
All right. Well, it's only 1 megabyte on the photo. All right, we can't put it actual size. Okay.
I can't laugh. That shit hurts, man.
I'm sorry. But there we go. For anyone who knows Johnny. Now, Johnny, something I've wanted to ask you because you were the first person I thought of when this situation broke this week. The Michigan head coach, if we're going to get comments from anybody about mischievous sexual deviant behavior, we have to ask the expert himself. You, what are your thoughts on the Michigan coach? Are you up to speed on this? Are you aware of what's going on and what he did?
I don't. I know that there's been like he got caught up in some stuff with some like
Yes,
some young
he.
chick or
It's
something
supposed to
like that.
snow here tomorrow on the East Coast, but he's been deep diving into snowflakes for quite a while.
Mm. I
So
mean,
his assistant or one of the football assistants he was having a relationship with, and then it got out that that was happening. Nate, Johnny, has your PR rep, do not comment. Long story short, the story gets out. Uh, she wants to end the relationship. He shows up at the house, tries breaking in, says he's going to kill himself, whole bunch of other shit. And now it's just, oh, and she's pregnant. Yeah, there's so many layers to this. I didn't know she was married. See, look at this. This is why I got to bring this stuff up because there's even some information that I missed. And now
well,
he's got multiple charges. It's stalking. It's breaking and entering. It's stalking with someone you're in a relationship with. It's really, really wild. But he's been fired from Michigan, and the account from Ohio State, the Woody account. You know, Woody is their mascot. They have an account for him, and I don't know if it's actually run by him, but They tweeted a picture of the Ohio State coach Ryan Day with his family, and all it says is a family man, and it's a picture of him with his family. So the trolling between rivals is, yeah, Fred, he's going to jail, man.
yeah, that's
He went from coaching 100 guys to showering with 100 guys real quick.
yeah, that's wild. As shout out to Nate. Um, yeah, as Nate, as my
Brutus.
PR rep states, we at the current moment have no comments to be made, and we will take some time to understand and assess the situation at the current moment. But we here at the Nick Shine Show and Jets Worldwide do believe in love and family and unity as one. So that is, as of right now, our current
Yeah, we'll
comment.
check back with you when you're out of the hospital and on the mend. You can be like, "Yo, this guy was my hero. He was smashing two white chicks."
Hey, play's gonna play, baby. Play's gonna play. But yeah, no, that's wild, man. Dude's with all of that stuff and then stalking. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's
that's wild, man. Like, what are
my
you
friend
doing?
Nick many years ago had a saying, and he would just shake his head, be like, "It's the bitches that'll get you." Whenever anyone did anything stupid with women, he would just look at us and shake his head, be like, "It's the bitches that'll get you."
Yeah, it's true. Bill M. Yeah, I'm already down over 20. So since
Over 20 pounds?
yeah,
Not the way you
so
want to do it, but
yeah, and it's
Jesus.
only gonna it's only gonna be more because of all of the intestines that they took out 6 inches of my small intestines. So
Well, man, it's definitely a scary situation, and
yeah,
glad you're okay. You
I
know,
appreciate
this
that.
community, you can see how much everybody loves you. You know, you're a big
Yeah,
part of everything on this channel, Discord, your own show. You know, it's you're loved, brother. Just know that.
I love all you guys as well, man. Like you guys are really great individuals, man. And the thing is, too, man, it's the holidays, right? Like there's so much stuff that people are going through right now that they don't want to share or tell people about.
Yeah.
And a simple just, hey man, just thinking about you and I hope you're okay. It means the world to people, man. And like when I tell people just do that stuff and it takes 5 seconds of your time just to do that, it means a lot to people, man. And
Yeah.
like you guys don't know how much like just Nick, you talking to you super late, Clancy talking to Clancy late, and Clancy just being able to kind of talk because when I take the type of medicine that they give me, stuff like that. Like I can't sleep,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to knock you out, and I don't sleep.
Yeah.
So your mind starts to wander, and you start to think about stuff, and you're isolated, alone. You just start to like overthink so much stuff, and your guys' words, man, really meant a lot, and all that, and my wife too. Like she's a
Don't
trooper,
forget
man.
her. Let's praise us right now. You can praise her when you talk to her.
Yeah, no, she knows she's a trooper, man. So
Dude, she's she's going through a lot too. And
yeah,
say a prayer, send her some love from all of us. And the kids that dude, the main thing is, like I said earlier, when you get home, remain home. Right? You don't want to go home too early, pick up the kids to play and have an oh shit moment where you gotta go back in. So you want to make sure when you walk out of the hospital, it's you're out for good with this.
yeah, I'm gonna have I have to have PT for 6 weeks.
Okay.
So like I was telling you earlier, that's what they were telling me, and things in regards to that. So I just got to do what I got to do to get back and let my kids know that I'm not going anywhere,
Oh yeah.
and they're gonna have pops here no matter what. So, and I just, again, it's the holidays. Reach out to anybody, just talk to them, and just a quick, hey, how you doing, man? I hope you're all right. Even if the person doesn't even fucking respond back to you, it's just the thought that at times it counts. So,
Absolutely.
but Nick, man, I genuinely appreciate and the words that you said, and then you talked to me about stuff. It really meant a lot. Knob, I mean, dude, there's just so many people, bro. Like, I mean, Clancy, Addie, Jaden, like, you know, it, it means a lot. Georgie, like, Chef Kev, Dano, Murph, Scott, like, you guys really were on some, like, just giving the words, man. And it wasn't nothing on some, like, crazy shit. It's just more of on some, like, yo, we're thinking about you. Prayers up, man. Like, we
Yeah.
got you and stuff like that. So,
We love you, buddy.
yeah, man. So, I mean, Dirty in the mornings, BG and like Phil, like it was awesome. And then, big shout out to Snowball. Like, Snowball has been checking on me like every day, bro. And it's like,
Yeah. That's how I
and
found out. He messaged me Thursday morning and he's like, I'm away at something with his daughter at her college. And he's like, can you please, let everybody know, and get the word out. So
yeah, yeah. So, big
Jay
shout.
Graves says she's sending healing vibes. Love you, Johnny boy. Now,
Hell yeah. Jay Graves is
something
awesome.
that you messaged
Appreciate
me,
that.
and I would be a horrible talk show host if I don't bring this up to you when I have you here. For the record, I know you're like Babe Ruth. You swing for the fences all the time. Sometimes you'll
100%.
strike out, other times you hit tremendous home runs. Have you had any luck
I am
getting the happy ending
I
with
am
with the
0 for 11. All
0
right.
for 11? All right.
I am 0 for 11. I even tried the old school $5 bill that just like randomly is just hanging on this side, and I'm just like, hmm?
Yes. For
Hmm?
those of you who don't know, Johnny is a little bit of a sex addict, and he's been asking the nurses, both male and female, it doesn't matter, a win's a win, for a happy ending after the sponge bath. So far, he's been rejected. What you should do, Johnny, is ask for a shave, and when they come in to shave you, be like, not
Yeah.
not this. You're not touching here.
I would randomly on the communication board put sponge bath every day, 3 times a day. Please call me Bobby, and you know hasn't worked yet. So that's
Well,
it's all
feel
good though.
better, brother.
I
And
appreciate that. And anybody that I forgot, please don't think that I'm trying like to throw like just thinking of people. Alan, don't think I'm trying to throw any kind of like like I forgot. And it's just there was just so much, man. Bill Lamb, like I appreciate you guys, man. It really, really, really means a lot to me in this community. It's one of a kind.
A
One
hole
of
is
a
a
kind.
hole, Johnny boy. He's definitely said that a lot, Rusty. Uh,
Uh,
also, I would like to make note that a lot of Jets fans reached out to you and not fans from other fan bases. So we'll remember that going forward. And as always, fuck you, Charles Gorman.
Even Charles reached out to me too. I
Ah,
appreciate
damn it. Ruin a joke, Johnny.
it.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah. So,
All right, Charles, I take it back.
yeah, he did. So, but shout out to all you guys, man. Nick, I'll be listening to you in the background. Yes, Mendoza won the Heisman, everybody. And I know I've been talking, but dude, hear his speech. His speech is really, really, really good.
Now,
So,
Johnny, I've reached out. Thunder Lips was there today, and he was able to tell me that he had a connection with the
the dummy
security
did not
department.
happen. That the dummy did not happen.
There's a connection with the security department there. And I was able to get some footage of an interview of one of the nurses walking out of your room.
That guy fucked me twice.
Were you able to see that? Oh, you muted yourself. Fuck. Maybe someone tried calling you. But all right, bad timing. I thought it went over well. You hear me? Oh, hey, there's a
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. My bad.
I said we had an interview with one of the nurses who walked out of your room.
That guy fucked me twice.
As Nate is my PR rep, we at the current moment at the camp will plead the right of the fifth. Plead the fifth. So
Nate, I've been in the hospital calling in to shows. I understand how it works, and at this point, I think they're all well aware of who Johnny B.
they definitely are. I was trying to put the nurse onto my boy when he was here, trying to hook him up. Dude, the game don't stop, man.
That's it.
And if you
And
gonna
Nate,
play,
this
you
might
gonna
be
play.
the nicest thing you've ever said about me.
So, but nah, real talk, man. I
Feel
appreciate
better, bro.
you guys, man.
We
You
love
guys
you,
are awesome, man.
and
Love you guys.
I'll reach out to you tomorrow. See how
Yeah.
you're feeling.
Let's get this dub, man. I know people don't want a dub, but
Stop with the meds, bro.
uh,
The only dub we need is you feeling better and getting out, man. That's the most
Yeah.
important dub in our community right now.
Appreciate you guys, man. You guys be good.
Feel
Thanks,
better, pal. Love you, buddy.
Go Jets. Love you too, man.
Now, from somebody who's in the hospital and can't perform to somebody who's in college and won't perform.
Can you
What's
guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Let's talk about the Jets versus Jags game. So I think the Jets are going to lose. Our defense has to play better. If I was the head coach of the Jets, I would have every offensive player and every defensive player catching balls all week in the jugs machine. Because, offensively, we have a big problem with drops. Nick, and now defensively, we got to use the jugs machine. So we finally get our first interception of the year. What's your thoughts on that, Nick?
Well, you being in college, the jugs machine might have a totally different interpretation. But I think you're talking about the machine that you can catch football passes on.
Yes.
Okay.
Because our defense is
I'm a
totally
big fan of
inept
the other jugs machine.
when it comes to interception. Honestly, Nick, our defense is inept at creating interceptions. I remember the Dolphins game last week. It was like,
What's an
oh my
interception,
god! Remember
Mac?
that? Remember that player that was trying to get the interception? He literally dropped it. We could have gotten our first interception of the year.
Well, I think at this point, I don't want to get one. I think I want to be the one team that never got an interception. At this point, it would mean absolutely nothing to get an interception, unless it's from Josh Allen. Then I would love it. Or if Drake May throws 3, and then we don't even have to hear about him with MVP anymore.
I don't even know. I feel like Steve Oakes has to be fired. Like, how can you be a defensive coordinator and have 0 interceptions? I don't know. Whoever the defensive backs coaches needs to be fired. How do you have a defense that has 0 interceptions the entire season? Like, honestly, Beastbreaker would have more interceptions, or I would have more interceptions than the Jets defense.
Am I allowed to answer?
Yes.
All right. I don't even know what the question was because I was reading the chat. Damn it. I ruined my opportunity. Go ahead.
I like to say, can Nick get a comment? And when Max is on, of course he can get a comment. Like, obviously. So
Real quick,
how was the basketball game last week? How's the travel basketball game?
we lost 21-18, but they're third grade. We got better as the game went on. We were down 17-8, and we made a late charge in the fourth quarter. So we didn't put our best 5 out there. We had 10 kids, so we split them 5 and 5. My nephew and the other really good kid, we kept them apart till the fourth quarter. And once we put them together, we got really good. But real
That
quick,
sounds good.
real
You have,
quick,
you have another
the
travel game
homegirl,
with the coach, Nick?
Max, hold on. The homegirl, Jay Graves, gifted 5 memberships. Now, very interesting. Gentlemen, it took the lady to get the job done. Her 5 went to Abe Latour, Ronald Perry, Harris Bornstein, Jamie Nagar, 1993, and Chris B. Now, what does that mean? I'm going to tell you right now. First things first, Chris B gets emojis back. And Jay Graves, you just won a Jet jersey of your choice. We've had that for a couple weeks, that whoever gifted Chris B won a Jet jersey. So text me, get me your info, and we will get that in the works for you. So Clancy, I also got a shit ton of words in while Max is on. So, all right, Max, back to you. I'll be quiet now.
So,
thank you, Graves. I love you.
Let's hear about this. Do you have any more travel games to coach, Nick? Like, honestly,
1:15.
what do you guys play?
We play at Clark, right off of
Clark?
exit 135 on the Parkway.
On
If
Route
it
35.
doesn't snow, if it's canceled for snow.
Where's it? Where's Clark at? Is it on like near Hazlitt or that town, or is it further
It's
away?
north. It's exit 135 off the Parkway. So it's like 20 miles north.
So it's like the second travel game of the season, or was it second?
It is. Yeah, Gary King, you live in Clark. You should come to the game tomorrow, man.
But I think the Jets are going to lose, but it's going to be 2014. What's your thoughts on that, Nick?
I think the Jets are going to lose 30-6.
Yeah, because Brady Cook has no chance. The Jags are good.
None. I think Brady Cook is going to show everybody I think by halftime you go to Martinez because it's going to be that ugly.
Yeah.
I have zero faith in Cook to do anything.
I mean, Cook played decent, but he just had no prep. But let's see. Maybe he'll play better, but maybe we'll turn to Martinez, honestly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris B just used every emoji in one post. He's back, folks. He's back. Now, how do you feel about Mendoza winning the Heisman?
I think it'd be good. Maybe the Jets could draft him, but we got to watch. I'm going to watch highlights. I feel good about it. We got to draft Mendoza if we get the top pick.
All right. I like it, Max. Well, thank you for calling in. Enjoy the game tomorrow. And I'm going to treat everybody, but not Nate, with back-to-back days with shows. We'll be on tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Make sure you tune in, all right? I want to hear your takes on the game.
Sounds good.
All right. Later, pal. Rick Kent, 18 members. Congrats to Crispy for getting a gifted membership. Go Crispy. And then Carly obviously forgot who she's speaking to and says, congrats to Rick Shine for being a member for 18 months. Now, when you delete the comment in YouTube, sometimes it will never. It does not delete it from StreamYard. So it still makes its way through. So congratulations to Rick Shine. Rick Shine might be the coolest dude in the history of the world if you combine me and Rick Kent. That would be amazing. Awesome. Sometimes typos are better than the original comment. Next up, we got Lou B. What's up, Lou?
Just watching this Heisman Trophy stuff is amazing, man. I'm so excited Mendoza won, and I just feel that this is the only player that if we draft that will really change like the fan base for next year, like going into the games. I think it would really excite the fans to have a real star quarterback like him. And that's sort of part of it, right? Going to the games and having other fans there. It sucks going all the time and not having fans there. I don't think there's any other player that we could draft that's going to excite the fan base like him, even though so many people are against trading up for him. I do think it's possible that we get to 3. And if we do get to 3, I think it's not going to be as expensive if we're at 7, obviously. but I do think that this man could change a lot for the Jets. I don't see any other player that we trade that's going to really move. Look, we could get a great receiver, yeah, but is that going to excite the fan base for next year? Is
No,
that going
because
to
you
make
don't have anyone
everyone?
to throw it to him, right? I don't think there's a free agent quarterback to this point. I'll say this: Joe Burrow would get people hysterical, but I don't think it happens. I don't think that you sign him, you sign Chase, and you sign Higgins to then move him. So I think that it's just a guy showing his frustration. I don't think it goes anywhere. I don't think you move him. I don't know the specifics on the contract, but I think it's just we're so desperate. We hope that we can get the golden goose, and Joe Burrow would be the golden goose, right?
Oh, absolutely. I would take him over Mendoza any day, any day. I think there's a few vets that could leave their teams this year. Even Patrick Mahomes, who knows? He could leave. I'm not saying that
Ain't going
these guys come to the Jets, but
He
there's a
ain't going
lot of
nowhere.
unhappiness there, man. There's unhappiness there. There's unhappiness, obviously, with the Eagles. There's unhappiness in a few a few places, and these guys are getting spoiled now. They want what they want, and they demand to leave. It gets a little bit crazy. But yeah, I think as far as the draft, there's no player or players that we're going to get that all of a sudden the guy next to me that bought the seats last year is coming back, unless it is somebody like a Mendoza. So I
Yeah,
really, and I feel that for the players when they're playing, it sucks to play when there's no fans there. Like last week at the Jets Miami game, it looked like a Miami game, like when we went, right? There was so many Miami fans there. It was crazy. And I just feel that everyone that's against this Mendoza thing, you got to know that no matter what we pay for it, it can change so much for us.
yeah. It's
Um,
no guarantee. We know that better than anybody. That drafting a quarterback is no guarantee. But here's what's different: we have an offensive line. We have a top wide receiver in place. We've made some nice additions, and we have all these draft picks, and we have all of this money to go build a good structure for him to come into. And listen, I've loved the kid since Labor Day. I was the first show talking about Mendoza,
I
and
remember you talking
people were
about him.
like, "Who the fuck are you talking about?" People didn't know who he was when I was bringing him up. I would love for him to come here. I would love for him to be the guy. I would love for him to be the guy that gets us to the playoffs and to our eventual goal of a Super Bowl.
I have a question
But
for
you
you.
got to have everything in place. You can't just bring him into New York and say, "Save us, oh great one." No, have the line, have the weapons, have the coaching, build the defense. You have the special teams, right? Just let him be a part of it. Remember Tom Brady when Tom Brady first started? He handed the ball off to Antoine Smith 28 times a game, if
Million
not more.
times.
And he was just a part of the ride. You know, Big Ben early on in his career with a Super Bowl went 15-1 or 14-1 as a starter his first year when Tommy Maddox got hurt. He was a part of the ride. Give us a drive late in the game. Give us that moment. We'll keep the defense in. We'll run the ball a lot. Just give us that one moment that can change the outcome of the game. Don't put the world on him. Don't expect 6 touchdown passes a game. Don't be unrealistic, Jets fans. Let this kid develop, and more importantly, let the rest of the team develop and get really good.
My question is this:
There you
who
go.
next year is so much better in the quarterback class that we're like, who blows him away? And then how are we
I don't know
guaranteed to get
because
that guy?
there's no guarantee. That's why you don't wait because all of the names coming into this season, the 25 season, were Sellers, Klubnik, Nussmeyer, uh, Beck. None of them are going to be first round picks. None of them. Sellers went back to school. He did so poorly. South Carolina lost their last 6 games that he's just like, I got to go back. They're working on an NIL deal. Klubnik at Clemson. Clemson was rated early in the year. I don't remember last time Clemson had a good game or I saw a Clemson highlight. Yes, Fox Sports also. You had Aller from Penn State. He got injured, but before he got injured, he looked like shit. So every single quarterback that was rated highly failed. So there's no guarantee that going back to school. And that's why someone like Moore from Oregon should fucking cash in his chips and say, you know what? If I can be a top 2 quarterback and a top 5 pick, I'm going to cash this in and go now.
Does anyone think that the draft process is going to change next year? We're going to have to trade those picks to get up. Also, if there's a star quarterback, Those picks are going to go away for a star quarterback either this year or next year. That's my opinion, at least. What I'm saying is next year, there's a big star that comes out. There's going to be more teams that need a quarterback. And then what are we going to have to do with those 3 picks? Trade up. They're going to want they're going to want it more than ever. So I just think that now's the time to do it, and we build the team, and then next year we use whatever draft picks we have left. I think that the offense is only missing a few pieces. The defense is terrible. There's so many things that need to be fixed there, but the offense only has a few pieces. And that's it. I just think that everyone will be a lot more happy than they think if we do end up getting Mendoza. And watching him with his speech right now, this guy's a politician. Anybody, he's pretty much just like, he looks like he's lying through the whole speech. It's like a politician standing out there, giving his little speech.
I want to
think
say
he can
he's a
handle New
finished
York.
product. Like he knows how to stand up in front of a room. He knows how to speak. I
Oh,
haven't seen the
polished.
speech. Obviously, I'm here.
Polished.
Real quick, before you go, Alan, thank you for gifting the 5 memberships, my friend. Yours went to Easton Trini, Lawrence Yance, Infrared Jets, who's here, Franklin Fung, and Donald Wallace. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate you, sir. You are on the wheel. Now,
Yeah,
I
just
think Mendoza, if you Google video of him, if I find it, I'll shoot it to you. It's about him breaking down the defense and that final play at Penn State when he threw the touchdown and how he knew where to put the ball because of the way.
Yeah, talking about the Joker and all that with the coach.
Yes.
Coach,
yes.
like the
It's
best shit
like
I've ever
I
seen.
fell even more in love with him when I saw that because you can see he's a football nerd. And that's something that I want. I don't want a guy who thinks he's going to come in here and take over New York City like Sanchez did or Zach Wilson did. I want a guy who's just going to come here and go into the meeting room and be a fucking nerd for football. That's all I want. I want the guy who doesn't give a shit about nightlife. I want the guy who doesn't care about having a public relationship. I don't want a guy who's dating rappers. I want a guy who's going to come in and be a fucking ghost. And everything he does is about getting better at football.
He's going to say the right thing every time, which is important to the New York media. Like he's going to speak better than Aaron Glenn. He's going to say the right thing if he's up on the podium. This kid, he knows how not to insult people. He's just really, really polished. It's pretty incredible. I mean, he could be, running for the mayor of New York right now. This guy, so he's really polished, and I think that he could be the answer for us. I really hope we get him because as people that watch the games on TV, it's one thing, but when you're there freezing your ass off, you want to be next to other fans, and I think that puts fans in, right next to us. That's it. Hope you have a good night. And
where you at? You down in AC?
Yeah, I'm down in AC, and yeah, Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy forgot me, by the way. I did reach out to him. He forgot me. So no, I hope he gets better, man. Everyone's pulling for that boy. Everyone.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
Have a good weekend, man.
You got
Stay safe down there. Fox Sports with a comment that has to get on air. Volleyball is on ESPN. I wonder if Rebecca is watching. There you go. Clancy, you wanted the comment, or Nate, the comment that would make Nick laugh? This one got it. Rusty Spooner, the Mendoza glazing is ridiculous. What are you, Allen Jr.? You want to wait till 2030 to get a quarterback because there's a kid in 8th grade with good metrics? And ladies and gentlemen, comment of the night has been made. You are all chasing Clancy at this point. Next up, the man from Estonia. Hello, Fred.
So the gentleman who said that the Mendoza glazing is ridiculous wants to draft Pavia, which, frankly speaking, is insane.
Booty 2.0 because he's like 5'9".
Did you see the picture I sent? He looks so tiny next to even Julian Sayin, who's not the biggest guy. Mendoza is towering over all of them, and yeah, no, Pavia is not an NFL quarterback. I do not want him here. That talk needs to stop now. Right? He's not an NFL quarterback. I'm with you. I want Mendoza. I love that he's a geek, I love that he's that sort of guy that has the brains, right?
For all my vapors, the Geek Bar, that's a big thing. The Geek Bar, I believe, is a big brand of vape. I don't do it, but I see it all the time.
But yeah, it's just, I really like him as a quarterback, and We're gonna probably have to give up something to get him, but he's worth it. I think the shot, taking a shot for him is worth it. I think.
Agree.
Um,
Give me 1 second. Let's play this. We haven't seen Bobby in a minute. Bobby, if you're watching, call in, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm staying right here. Oh, look at my eye! Oh, look at my eye! You're ridiculous! What the fuck? What the? Look at that! He's laughing.
So I have the heater, and I put the timer on for an hour earlier when I first got home, and now like the chill's getting back in the air. So I'm like, oh, I got to turn the heater back on.
but yeah, look, I'm pretty much, like you. I'm pretty much all in for Mendoza. I don't see this. I don't think this draft class is a better quarterback, and I don't think next year 27 is not guaranteed in any way. Right? People are talking, oh, we don't want to trade up for Mendoza. Who do you want to trade up for in 27? There's no guarantee that anybody is going to be as good as Mendoza has been this, right?
Yeah, and I don't want to go another year. Like I would rather Mendoza more. I would rather go get a guy. If it doesn't work out, not that this is the ideal, but if you have 3 first-round picks next year, you could take another guy next year if you have any questions. Like with all this draft capital, with all of this money that we have, get it right. Fuck feelings. I don't care who's upset. I don't care if you draft a guy early and then you bench him and say he's a backup. I don't care. I want Muji and Glenn to be right. Like I want the Jets to become relevant again. I want to stop talking about mock drafts and next year's draft class by mid-October. I want to be 7-4. I want to be in the hunt. I want to be in the division lead.
I want to be in
I
the
like
graphic.
Glenn. I like Glenn a lot. I love that the players love Glenn. I think Muji, you hit the quarterback, you're going to have a statue built for you
Yep.
one day. I think he's that good of a talent evaluator. Going and getting Mitchell, Mechie, Briggs, Brownlee, the punter, like everything that they've done and that they've addressed, Membu, everything they've really said this is going to be our guy has been their guy. Now do that with $117 million available. Do that with all this draft capital. And now you can really build a good team. If you can hit on these premium picks like you've hit on these throw-ins on trades, now you're looking at a team that can become really good really quick.
Yep. It is, as I've said before, these next 2 years could genuinely be franchise changing for the New York Jets. These next 2 years could make the Jets from, an absolute bottom of the barrel dogwater team into a genuine contender, right?
Yeah.
And look, I want to be sitting here, next year after that, talking about, okay, are we going to sweep the Patriots? Like,
Yeah.
it's,
We went worst to first, right? That's what I want to do. I want to jump from worst to first.
Exactly.
I'm going to get greedy very quickly. I tell my nephew and all the third graders, be greedy. Don't settle for the jump shots. Go get your layup. Get to the rim. Get to the free throw line. There's no defense there. Be greedy. Like I'm going to be greedy as a Jet fan. Like I want to jump. I want to be that team. I don't want to go from 3 wins to 6 wins to 9 wins to 12 wins. I want to get division winner. I want to get it all. We deserve it. It's been too damn long.
I mean, just look at the Bears this season. Last season, they
Bears,
were
the Patriots.
absolutely terrible.
Yeah. Houston's my AFC Super Bowl pick. You know that. It's been like 3 weeks now. And people said to me, they were like the 8 seed in the AFC. And I was like, the Texans are my pick. And a lot of people were like, oh, like you're fucking crazy. I'm like, that defense is remarkable. And there's not great quarterback play this year in the AFC. You don't have to worry about Burrow. You're not going to have to worry about Mahomes. Josh Allen is still Josh Allen. A good defense will give him fits, and Houston will. You don't have Lamar. And if you do, Lamar is not a great January quarterback. So there's no reason that Houston team cannot. You ask Stroud to get you 20 points, you're going to win. That's it.
Yeah, but
You don't have to put the weight of the world on the guy. Just don't turn the ball over. Don't make killer mistakes. Punt, play defense, and that defense is cooking right now.
I think Broncos and them, Houston, are the two AFC teams that are really, swinging for that AFC berth in the Super Bowl. Because I think the Broncos as a defense are just about as good. And their offense plays really well in the fourth quarter when it matters. So I could go either way on that. But overall, I want to be next year. I want to be in the hunt. I want to be in the conversation. Let's snap this no playoff streak.
Yeah.
Because we've
Fox
been
says Lamar is hurting big time. Yeah, but he hurts every year. He's got, what does he have, 2 or 3 MVPs, and he can't get to the Super Bowl. He's a flashy quarterback who can put up a couple monster games in September, October, November, and then all of a sudden he plays mediocre.
nobody
And
can
everyone
stop
shits
regular
on Mark Andrews. If you put that pass in front of Mark Andrews, they win last year. Like, it's a shitty pass behind them when you really look at it.
Nobody can stop them in the regular season, but just it's
One more thing. Rick Kent, I love people that call in then leave the chat. I call that doing the Gorman. That's a Charles thing.
well.
Charles will call in and then you never see him in the chat after the fact. Unless someone messages him and says, hey, you need to get back here. That's the Gorman.
but yeah, overall, man, this Jacksonville game, I've said before, hopefully the Raiders do win tomorrow. But as I've said before, right, this is a dangerous game for the Jets because, Trevor Lawrence does play down to competition, right? And honestly, right, I could see the Jets getting 3 turnovers and still losing by like 20.
Yeah. So I put in a parlay. I put it in the gambling section of the Discord. And it is, I got the Bengals on the money line to beat the Ravens. I got the Bears on the money line to beat the Browns. The Texans to beat the Cardinals. The Chargers to beat the Chiefs. Jacksonville to beat us by 13.5. And then I got the over in the Lions game at 54.5. So would be really nice leading up. My daughter's birthday is tomorrow. She turns 15. It would be really nice to hit for 650 during her birthday. That would really help Daddy out.
The only pick that I'm questionable about there is Chargers beating the Chiefs because the Chargers O-line is made up of complete terrorists right now. Bradley Bozeman is a terrorist.
But so is the Chiefs O-line too. They're banged up pretty bad.
That's true, but you look at he got sacked 7 times. So against the Eagles. So it is pretty bad out there. But I do hope that the Chargers win that game for sure. But yeah, overall, I just with this game, at this point, losing is the best for us, right?
Yeah.
But I do think it's dangerous, right? Because Trevor Lawrence can play down to competition. He can have a game where he looks genuinely elite, and then he can have a game where he looks fucking terrible, like not an NFL quarterback. So.
Shout out to Lou B with a super chat that says, would you trade G5 and a first-round pick for Mendoza? No. I'm not giving up Garrett. I'll give up picks, but I want Garrett here with the young quarterback.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
I wouldn't.
Agreed.
I mean, if you're giving up 4, I think Garrett's an overpay. And now you're bringing in a quarterback again with no weapons. And we did that with Zach, and we did that with Sam. I wouldn't do it.
No, I agreed. You
now,
can't do it.
If it's the Colts pick and Garrett, I can have that discussion. But I'm not giving up our pick and Garrett. If I keep that pick in the top 5, and then I could have that discussion. But there's no way in hell I'm giving up 4 and Garrett.
No. Agreed. But yeah, overall at this point, let's go lose out. Let's go 3-14. Let's get as high as possible. Let's Let's hope some other teams do us a favor, and let's go get our quarterback. Hopefully,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Well,
at
Matthew
this
Smith.
point, that's what matters.
If you look at it this way, you say we end up with number 4, which is I think where we end up if we don't do something stupid and win. You end up at 4. You now have number 1 and number 4. You take Mendoza 1. Now you have 4. You can move back. You can get those draft picks back. You can go draft Tate or Tyson. You can go bring in another receiver with it. Would I want to do it? No. But in this, presented scenario, I wouldn't do 4 and Garrett. No. I can't
No,
do that.
absolutely not.
Because I
Agreed.
could just trade back, recoup some of the picks, and be good to go.
But yeah, that's pretty much
And I
all
don't
I.
think the Jets are going to do that.
No, they won't. If they
Uh,
if they have a guy that they like, they're gonna go and get him. That's what I think.
Ian O'Connor tweets, Fernando Mendoza is the favorite to win the Heisman tonight. The Jets need to do whatever they can to get him. Zach Rosenblatt just retweeted that now. I think that I would be shocked if Mendoza's not a Jet.
Agreed.
Shocked.
Agreed. I do think they go and get him. I think they will do what needs to be done to get him.
Now, let
'Cause
me
the
say
Jets have
this.
the-
If somebody, say the Raiders end up with the number 1 pick, okay, they might not sell it. But if I can't see somebody trading up, outbidding us, I
No.
can't see it. Like that's why now getting the in the best possible scenario is just losing, and hope that the Saints beat us, hope that Washington beats the Giants, hope that Tennessee then beats the Saints, and now you're up to 4. And then
And
who
hopefully
knows what
the
can happen?
Raiders
Maybe
can
Cleveland,
win.
fucking Cleveland beating the Bears tomorrow. That would be amazing. That moves us up to 3 potentially.
Shador been hooping. Shador
I
been
mean, it's
hooping.
going to be what, -10 there tomorrow.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be freezing. But yeah, no. Look, let's go get our quarterback. Let's get him in this room. We already have a great O line for him. We have weapons. We have all of that. Let's get our quarterback. Let's get some defensive help. Let's go into next season with a little bit of optimism.
That's it, man. If you don't have the quarterback, you don't have anything. Now, I'm
Exactly.
tired of talking about hope. I'm tired of talking about a 40-year-old. I'm tired of talking about poor fucking rookies. Like, let's just get it right, man. Get it right. You see, having an all-pro defensive tackle doesn't mean a damn thing. Having a 2-time all-pro corner doesn't mean a goddamn thing. If you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a chance. Shout out
Yep.
to Tommy, member for 1 year. Lose out, take number 1, get your QB, go Jets for life. Let's go. Now, Tommy, I got a funny story that involved you. I was speaking to Beast the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, I sent Jake, or I sent the big fella Gator Christmas cards. I got to send one to Jake. I got to get one for Tommy. He's like, I got to get one for Carly. Now, I know she celebrates Hanukkah, but, I'm not going to, I still got to do the right thing and get her one." And I'm like, "Who's Tommy?" And he goes, "Tommy, OG Jet fan, 1985. That's my boy. We talk all the time." So I had no idea Tommy and Beast had a relationship, but shout out to you.
Yeah.
Sir Luca with a question for you. What were your school lunches like?
What were my school lunches like? Honestly, been a while, so I can't exactly remember. I do remember they were free though, so
Nice.
you know, on Wednesdays and Fridays we had soup with dessert, and the other days were some sort of other meal.
Nice. Knobcraft, member for 20 months, leader in the clubhouse, first 20-month member. Watch the Rams trade up to number 1, and then it's Fucktown.
No, not
You put
happening.
that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Nope. Nobody outbids the Jets. We have too much firepower. Nobody's gonna outbid us. If there's gonna be a bidding war, we win it. 100%. That's what I think. I do not see anybody outbidding us.
Infrared says people fail to realize Mendoza got sacked 63 times when he played for UCLA in 24. That kid is tough as nails. Only thing is he played for Cal, not for
Cal,
UCLA.
Yeah, and he played at a moribund football program, just like we are right now. And he went to Indiana to resurrect a moribund football program. He has experience with playing with dead, absolutely buried football teams.
Hi, Genergy. Whippa! I hope I
But
did that
yeah,
justice.
that's pretty much all I have, Nick.
All right. That was a lot.
Prayers
though.
up for Johnny Boy. Hope he gets better soon.
Amen.
Let's see him get home to his kids, man. That is always scary.
Absolutely. Well, Brad, thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, man.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Fox Sports says Tommy and Beast would make a hell of a tag team. Tommy says we have a nice relationship. Oh, Matthew Smith, too soon. Main dish for Pred in school was guinea pig nuggets. Let's see here. Let me play a video. I never played this in the beginning. I was so excited to get back on the air. I just started talking right away. We'll be right back.
Gentry covered in football.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime as Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
All right. Got to do a little producing sometimes in the background. Did that just click off? All right. Let me play another quick video. You know what? It's Christmas time. Here's another Blitz banger from last year.
Hey, Shiners. It's a party. My house. Discord party.
Blitz got beat.
Yo, we at Sean's crib about to turn up. Music bumping, party jumping. Please someone fill my cup. We greet each other Merry Christmas. And let the Jets suck while Bobby yells at Stanley. Shut the fuck up. Then Gary intervenes and tells them don't be mean. Eat a stick of butter every day and you'll be lean. Then Santa runs off. I hope he left some gifts because Bobby scared him off. He's on the naughty list. This whole party's lit. Nate Clancy, many more, we hardly fit. And Addison and Weeds bought that Marley spliff. I lick on my lips cause old Jenna G make my heart beat skip. Damn Charles Gorman, was that a far you ripped? Too much head in your the hot dogs and chips. Now I want my dip. Tell me where the hell is Santa? He ran so quick. I checked the bathroom and oh shit. With Denmark Andy, Santa, Rudolph. No wonder, Rudolph. Andy, you promised me you wasn't gonna do that no more. Oh my God. Nick is gonna kick us out of here.
What up? No, Rick Kent, Denmark Andy will never reappear. He will never reappear. I played that last Friday. I think we played that again, and we played it all the way through for people who may have missed it. Shout out to Blitz and shout out to Infrared who made the video. He's probably high and being offensive to people. That's who he be. Shout out to Bill M, member of the channel for 11 months. If Vegas loses out, what's our backup plan? Well, to quote one of my favorite shows of all time, South Park. That'll be like 9/11 times 1,000. We don't talk about doomsday scenarios, Bill. We don't manifest worst case scenarios. What the hell, Bill? Damn it, man. Yo, JR, what up, bro? Hope you're doing well. Congratulations to your son. I saw that your son is state champion. Congratulations, man. Boomtown free Denmark Andy. Yes. I'm not a journalist. I don't want anything journaled. I don't want any of this documented. Next up, folks, we got Tommy. What up, dog?
What's up, homie? How you doing, Nick?
I'm good, man. What's going on with you?
Can you hear my internet okay?
You're good, bro.
All right. That's what's up. I'm working a lot, man. They got me working, like close to I work from 8 to 5, then they send me to New York and I got to do the other, I work from 3-4 hours overtime, but I can't complain, man. That's where I make my money, overtime. It's Christmas season.
Oh yeah.
And I got
overtime is me money. I always said that. Straight time pays the bills. Overtime is me money.
Yes. Especially with 2 kids, 13 and 11, an old, mom, dad, two brothers. So I gotta, I'm the oldest brother, so I gotta buy them something. I can't be, but
take that money, man.
Yeah.
You never know when overtime's gonna dry up, bro.
I know, and you gotta take it.
I worked 40 hours during the week, and I was at the basketball gym for 9.5 hours today, from 8:30 this morning until I left there at 6:15.
Well, that's the thing, Nick. You got to take the money when it's there. Sometimes it's not there, especially in my job. My union, like there's times where I'll only work 3 days a week. So like right now, I take every dollar I can get.
Yeah.
But
tomorrow, I got to wake up at 5:45 tomorrow because we're doing snow removal. So tomorrow I get double time for hopefully 4 or 5 hours.
Hell yeah! I worked for a company. I'll shout him out. His name's Josh James Landscaping, and we did snow removal. It was my part-time job. We would get like 100 an hour, I think, or 80 an hour. We shovel all the Meadowlands down by the Meadowlands, all the hotels down there.
Yeah.
It just hasn't snowed up here in years. So
yeah.
I mean, not where you can make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We had a 6-inch storm. That was on a Saturday because we went in on a Sunday in February. And then there was a weekday where it started around 10 and then ended around 6. And I was still on the mid shift at that time as part-timer. So we didn't get a lot, and then when we did get it last year, it was like 2 inches. And then shout out to Bobby. And then all of a sudden the sun came out and it was like 38, 40 degrees by like 9 o'clock. So everything was melting.
And Nick, you live down a little bit. I'm in North Jersey, in Jersey City. You're like south, right? You're like in middle Jersey.
Yeah, I'm in Central. I'm in Woodbridge.
Central. Yeah. Okay. That's the town that they always get me confused with where I grew up. I grew up in Woodridge.
Yep.
And people always say Woodbridge.
Whenever
and I'm like,
I tell people from up north, I always go Woodbridge. Like I stress the B, so you're from up here. No. The other one.
Right. One last thing about I'll get to my Jet point real quick. But with Beast, like Nick, as soon as I got out of the place last year, I went away a little bit, whatever, and I got out, and I'm like, who is this new caller, Beast? Right? And no offense to Beast if he's listening right now, I'm just like, this, because he used to talk a lot different, like about countries and all this crap, and I'm like, I hate this guy. I hate this guy. Right? He grew on me like he was a genuine man, and like Beast is Beast. Like he ain't trying to put on a character. He's not trying to be someone who he's not. And I just started talking to him on Instagram, and I don't want to. If he's going to send me a Christmas card, I got to send him something. I didn't know he was trying to send me a Christmas card because I got to get his address then too. Because I have my Instagram, my notifications turned off because I get a lot of crap. But he'll call me a couple times, and then like I'll see that he called me. I got to turn my notifications back on and video chat him back. But Beast is a good man, like for real. Like he's crazy. Like he's a good character. Like, he makes the show. Like he not your show. I'm just saying, like, don't hate on the man. Like, you know what I mean? He's Beast. He's 41. Like he's the man. Like he goes to the suburbs to get his steak.
Screenshot that. That's his address. He put it out on everywhere. Rick Kent has it memorized.
Rick Kent's the man. Rick Kent. I love Rick Kent. And real quick, I wanted to say before I even came on, Blitz BK is the man. Like I love all his tracks. I didn't even know ISU was a part of that track, but you guys did awesome. Like, love it.
Not
love
ISU.
it.
Infrared. Infrared did the video.
Infrared. Okay, my fault. Infrared and Blitz BK. You guys tore it up on that. Like for real. Like you guys are awesome. The only point I wanted to make, Nick. All right, about the Jets. Okay. Are there more funny comments that you want to read?
Yeah. Bill said, "Send Beast an old school Hickory Farm sausage sampler."
The funny thing is when you talk to Beast, like every conversation comes down to a little bit of something that has to do with food.
Yeah, and there's no way he's watching this show right now because it's John Cena's last match on
WWE
main event. So he's probably indulged in that right now. I talked to him the other day, and he says to me, I go, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, watching Starrcade 1991." I go, "Oh, is that Flair versus Sting?" He goes, "No, you've got that mistaken with this event. Yeah, that was Halloween Havoc. This is this one." And he starts, "All right, man. So
See, Nick, that's the thing with Beast. He can call back a wrestling match from 20 years ago and know exactly who fought and what date and where they fought at. Like, that's crazy. Like,
Rick's right though. He's not a WWE fan. He's old school NWA, WCW. That's his niche.
Well, he took the 4 chair shots to the head on Jake's show. He took the 4 chair shots. Oh,
God bless him.
All right, Nick. Let me ask you a question. First of all, how's the family? How's your son? I know he's grown huge, right? Your son's doing great.
Yeah, he's driving. We got him a car.
That's what I saw. Yeah.
He's very involved with his girlfriend. They're talking big plans together at 17 years old, so that's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always showed us support. You know what I mean? Just be there.
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying everything right now.
Word. Definitely. All right. So a Jets point, right? Now, I mean, I've been watching, like, I've been working a lot, so I've been catching shows a little bit here and there. Do you actually, I think the Jets will lose out if they're playing Brady Cook the last 4 games. And if we do lose out, and say we do get the number 1 or 2 pick, I think Jake said it or something like that. Like, if we do lose out, or you might have said it, we have the strength of schedule over, like, the other teams that have to play each other still. Like Cleveland still has to play at somebody. I'm not like, I don't look into that because the Jets suck. When the Jets are in it, I look into it big. But say the Jets lose.
If we lose out, obviously New Orleans beat us. That bumps us up. Washington, I want them to beat the Giants. That bumps us up. Tennessee then plays the Saints next week or the week after us. We need Tennessee to win that game. That would bump us up because their winning percentage is 575 right now. We're at 540. So whoever's got the lower strength of schedule gets the higher pick.
Right.
So basically, they're saying if my winning percentage is 600, yours is 500, we have the same record. they say, "Oh, you played a weaker schedule and had the same record. You're the worse team." That's the way that
Hold
they
on,
look at it.
Nick, does that still count if like say the Jets
Head
beat
to
the
head doesn't
Falcons?
matter.
Head
Head
to
to
head
head
don't
has
matter.
nothing to do with
Is that
NFL draft positioning.
is that a new rule?
No,
Because I thought if a team to team beat another team, they would still go
that's
ahead no matter what.
playoffs. That's for playoff positioning, not draft positioning.
Okay. Okay.
Head to head has nothing to do with it. The strength of schedule is the only source, obviously the record, but that's the tiebreaker. And if you
Right.
end up with the same exact strength of schedule as the other team, it's a coin toss. And then if you win the coin toss, you pick higher in the first round, I pick higher in the second round.
Okay. So my question is, say we lose out, right? Number one, is your number one quarterback Mendoza?
Mendoza. Yeah.
In your opinion, as of right now? I know there's still a lot of
Doesn't
college.
matter. I don't care if Manning declares. I don't care. My guy's Mendoza.
Okay. So my second question is, what would you give up for him? Say, like, we actually, F this up as the Jets and we actually win another game or even two.
Maybe the
God forbid.
Saints, right? Like if the Saints just decide to shit the bed and if that's like a tankathon game where neither team is trying to win. I mean, you're still looking at 6, 7, 8 range, right?
Right. My question is, what would you trade up to get him?
I would trade, if we say we're at 7, where we are now, you're trading 7, you're trading the Colt pick, and then you're probably trading one of the ones for next year too to jump up. I'm hoping to get to the point where we're at 4 and you can give up the 1, you give up number 4, you keep the Colt pick, you give up the best number 2, and then you give up a 1 next year. I would love to get the 2 1s this year. I know certain people don't want to give up a number 1 next year, but I also don't want to give the rookie quarterback an empty cupboard to work with.
I agree with Nick. What you just said right there makes perfect sense to me. I would rather give up, obviously we swap our first round picks, right? Instead of giving up that Colts pick, which would be like 15 or 18 or wherever the Colts land, instead of giving that pick up, give a second this year and a first next year instead of giving those 2 firsts this year.
Because you can recoup. You have time to recoup that pick. You could trade back in that draft next year. We don't know how it's going to play out. Like for me,
Right.
Next year's 2 is the first thing that I'm going to put up as part of the package, because if I could keep the 3 1s, I can always trade back, get that 2 back down the road. So I'm very curious to see how this plays out, where we end up, what the asking price is, and what the actual pay price is.
Well, and Nick, that's the same thing. Like, say we do get Mendoza, right? In your second round scenario where we swap picks, the second and then a first next year, and we get Mendoza. We don't know what is going to happen with Mendoza and our team. Like, we could win 3 games or 4 games again, or we could win 10 games. So, I mean, what I'm trying to say is you got to play like you can't sit in the NFL and say, we're just going to wait for 2027 and we're going to go get a 3rd or 4th. Like, I know they'll still draft. They don't get Mendoza. They'll still get a quarterback. But like, why not go for the number 1 guy? You got the draft capital to get it. And you can always make up for it next year with your capital next year. I mean, Mendoza, the only thing to me, he looks like he talks very smart. He has big hands. He's tall, 6'5". But I mean, he looks a little bit on like the baby face, and I know he's going to grow into it. You know what I mean? He just doesn't look like a full-grown adult yet. What if I could say it that way? He looks like a baby face kid. That's the only thing that scared me.
I mean, it's also a sign that we're getting old, right? They don't look like us anymore. Now we're looking at them at 23. It's like, oh man, look how fucking young they are. It's like, it's not like, oh, they're my peers anymore. It's like, oh my God, I was older than him when he was born. So I get it. But I mean, he's got the arm. He throws with anticipation. He's smart. He loves the game. He studies it. He can break it down. I just look at his traits, and I think that they will translate beautifully to the NFL game. And I think if you bring him in with an offensive line and you bring him in and you tag Brees and you get Brees an extension, and now you have the threat of a quarterback throwing with anticipation and you back the safeties off, I think you finally see Brees Hall be what we've all wanted Brees Hall to be. And I think there's a really good chance that this kid is the guy. And I agree with Quest before. He said, Quest, that's what I was saying earlier in the show before you got here. I think 4 is where we end up. 3 is a dream scenario, but I think right now, I think the Giants lose out. I think Vegas ends up. If Vegas beats the Giants,
I think we go ahead of both.
Ahead of Vegas. So we need Vegas to beat the Giants. As
Right.
Jets fans, you should be rooting like crazy for that because their strength of schedule right now is 550. We're 540. That would bump us ahead of them. The best case scenario for the Jets, Giants lose out, Cleveland loses out, and then we're 3rd. And we'd only have to jump Cleveland to get there. Now, I don't think Cleveland will win a game. They have Chicago, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati left. Maybe that last game at Cincinnati, they don't play anybody, and Cleveland can get a gifted win, and we can get to 2. But I don't believe in the Giants winning a game. I could be wrong, but they got Washington, then Minnesota comes in, then they're at Vegas, and then they got Dallas. So 3 of their last 4 games at home, but this is a team that's blown a shit ton of leads. So I'm not believing in them.
Nick, another question. Didn't Mendoza start? He started at Cal, right?
Yeah, 2 years at Cal. He got
And 2
accepted to
years-
Yale. He's fucking smart, dude. He got accepted to Yale, but then chose Cal for football. So this is not like a dummy.
Okay, right. So he has a lot of college experience. I get that. Do you know by any chance, has he ever had an injury? Or is he injury prone, or he's never been really hurt? Like serious injury I'm talking about. Not being hurt, like an injury.
I'm aware of, but damn, Tom, why you put that? Don't speak that out into it. He's got a couple more games to play, man.
I don't want to jinx it at all. I'm just saying, not that I've never heard of him being hurt in 4 years. That's a very good thing.
Yeah.
So he's a pocket passer. He can't run. He's not that agile. You know, he can't. He can run, I guess, a little bit, but he's not gonna break open like Justin Fields or Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson. Or I'm just naming some Jet players that actually can run. He'll stand back in that pocket. Even Aaron Rodgers at his prime would run and be a good runner. Steve Young, like they would run. This guy's not going to be
Mendoza reminds me of college Rodgers.
College Rodgers. Okay.
Cal Rodgers, yes. He reminds
Cal.
me of Rodgers with the Cal. So he
Right.
reminds me of, because that Rodgers could run, could maneuver, but still look to beat you downfield, right? And that's what early Aaron Rodgers did. He didn't have massive rushing numbers, like he's mostly in the 200 or 300s. He'd make you pay if the opportunity was there. But when he broke the pocket, he was always looking to throw it. He was always looking to burn you with his arm, and he moved to delay and create time and space to then make the big plays happen. And I think when I see Mendoza move, he's still looking to throw. So there's a lot of traits that are similar. Rodgers had a stronger arm, but Mendoza has a strong enough arm to make every throw. He doesn't have a weak arm. He's a plus arm. He's not average or below average. There's no question about his arm strength. I don't think there'll be any question about him being able to throw in the Northeast.
That was my next question to you about his arm strength compared to Rodgers. I know Rodgers always had like a strong arm, but you're saying Mendoza can make every throw. So you don't need to have the strongest arm in the NFL
He
to be the
makes
best
a lot of
player.
throws from the right hash to the sideline. You know, he throws from the far hash over, gets it out. He's a joy to watch play quarterback, man. I can only hope that he's ours. I'm going to be heartbroken if he's not.
I pray for it, Nick. I pray for it, and I really like. It's not like I'm rooting for the Jets to lose. I'm not like one of those guys, but I'm also not rooting for them to win and tear it up. Like it's like when you lose, it's like okay, like there's 4 games left. You know, it's not like it's the beginning of the season where we're going. We have 4 games to play. There's 4 games left. I mean, we're 3 and whatever. I'm not good at math, but you got 4 games left. If you win 1 or 2, I guess the players are going to play hard, of course. And Aaron Glenn wants to get another win, but to us as fans, like, I don't want to see another win. I don't.
We're 3 and 5 right now. We're 3 and 5.
No, we're not 3. We're not 3.
3 and 6. I forgot that one game. We're 3 and 6.
If there's 17 games, right? There's 4 left. 17, 15, 16, 14, 13. We're 3 and 10. I got to do math still with my hands.
Whatever.
I got my brother's the mathematician. My brother's good at math, and I'm just good with other things that aren't math, logic, reasoning. But man, Nick, my whole family's Jet fans, and I got 2 brothers, mom, dad. We're all Jets. Let's try to change it around. Like let's do something. It's great that we have this community. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what at least keeps us all together. Like have some laughs. And I don't know if you've seen Jake's show before. Alan, don't shit on.
Once in a while, like occasionally, I've seen it.
The one earlier today, I'm like I don't know, yesterday. Don't shit on Chuck Wagon, Alan. Chuck Wagon, you're not going to change his personality just by you being a jerk off. Like Chuck Wagon likes to cook in front of us. He's a father, and he has his personality. He even came out and said, like, I was shy to call in, and now I'm starting to talk and get more open. And Alan wants to just shit on his bubble, his cloud. Like, Alan, come on, dude. Like, you're a great guy. Like, I like Alan, actually. He has a lot of good takes, but Chuck Wagon is a great man.
Alan's not going to go on there and say anything that he can find the negative to say about anyone and drum up controversy. That's what makes Alan Alan, is that when he says this shit, it gets attention.
So this is what I would only say to Chuck Wagon. When Alan talks to you like that, this is your time to speak up and voice your opinion. Like he said, Alan, I'm not an asshole like you. I'm just who I am.
You want to win over the community? Fuck you, Alan. That's it. You create that clip of fuck you, Alan, and then you're good. You're gold forever. Jay Quest says he would love to see a math off between his third grader, and Tommy.
Your third grader would probably win. I mean, I'm all right with math and subtraction whenever it comes to decimals and division and what's the other thing, like percentages and all that. I don't know if third graders are taught that yet, but anything that comes with percentages, dividing, timesing, and I just count with my hands. If it's like easy, if it's 5 by 10, I could do. But when it comes to like odd numbers, like 3 plus 17, no, 17, it's easy, 20. But when it's like, say,
I love that you solved your own hypothetical equation just to prove that you could do it.
Oh, Rick Kent, I love you, man. Rick Kent is the man, bro. I can't wait to meet him one day. I really will. If you ever come to MetLife, or if we go to Chicago,
he went into the game already when you showed up in the lot for the Carolina game. You just missed him by like seconds.
Nick, do you know why I got there so late?
You had to do math to get in the parking lot.
No, close. I got there, right? And as soon as I pulled up in I got there, and I said I need to get the Latin. What was it, 13A or something like that? 13A, D26, right? They put me in I got into a golf cart because I said, I'm tired. I need to get to D26. They brought me over to 26. I said this. I don't know if I said it to you. They brought me over to 26 in the Izod Center. There's literally just 26.
Yes, numbered lot 26. Yes.
Yeah. So I had and then I asked to get the golf court back to where I was at. No, they're like, there's no more golf course. So I had to walk the whole way back through the tunnel on the other side of the stadium. And I'm like, I only got a half hour left to chill with my people. All I came here to do was tailgate. I was so upset, man. But I saw you. I saw your son. I saw Jaden. I saw Kyle Clifton. I saw Nate. So, I saw a couple people. We still had a good time. Next time, I'll make sure I wake up a little bit earlier and get there like a couple hours, especially if I'm not going into the game. That's the best part. just tailgating, hanging out with people, eating some hamburgers, hot dogs.
Yeah. Quick question for you. Are you up for a speed round of math?
Oh, I guess, yeah. I won't deny it, but go ahead.
All right. Are you ready?
All right.
13 plus 9.
22.
All right. 27 minus 15. Are you using a fucking calculator?
12. I'm using my hands.
Oh,
12.
all right. Are you using your hands on the calculator?
No calculator. 12. I'll keep my hands up here. 12.
All right. All right. How about multiplication? Is that a weakness, a strength?
It's definitely a weakness.
All right. Now you look
Definitely.
like Bobby singing happy birthday, showing everybody your hands.
Bobby,
All right.
one love. I miss you, brother.
All right. 11 plus 7.
19.
Tommy, I'm going to let you go off air. Think about that.
18.
There you go. All right. All right. All right. 9 times 3.
27.
All right.
I know that one.
Now, I do want to do multiplications of 7 since the Jets don't score 7s a lot. Because when I was a kid, I learned how to do math by touchdowns by 7s. And I was like, oh, that's the game. The 49ers just scored 7 touchdowns the other day. 49. All right. Let's do 6 times 7.
42.
All right. All right. You're cooking. All right. You're not as bad as you pretended to be earlier on.
You know what it is, Nick? I got.
Hold on. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We have a challenger calling in right now. What's up, bro?
Nothing.
You ready to do some math?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm going to give you guys an equation. The first, and I love that you're in the back putting the answers in the chat. That's fucking hysterical. The person who's waiting to come on air is putting the answers in the chat to beat you. All right. So the first person to blurt out the answer wins. The first person to 3 wins is our math champion of the evening, okay?
Hold on. How old is little ready to math Tommy? And what grade?
8.
So 8 in what? First grade? Second grade?
I mean 3rd grade.
Oh, 3rd grade. I'm sorry. See, that's how bad I am in math.
All right. So you're 8 and you're in 3rd grade?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 8 minus 3.
You want me to do
He wants multiplication, Nick. He wants multiplication, baby.
5.
Christ, Quest, you didn't fucking email. Oh, sorry, you didn't email me the rules of the show. I'm sorry. My bad, guys. My bad.
He wasn't ready for subtraction.
All right. Multiplication. All right, here we go. 6 times 4.
24.
24.
Oh, we got one for the kid.
You won, dude.
All right, that's 1. First to 3 wins. All right. 7 times 3.
21.
Oh, we're tied at 1, folks. We're tied at 1. We got ourselves a barn burner here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. We already did that one. All right. Let's go with 11 times 5.
Oh, I don't know 11s.
Oh, he got it. He said 55. He got it.
I'm bad with 11s.
Don't say anything unless you're saying the number. I don't speak over. All right. Last one. 9 times 4.
36.
Oh, we're tied at 2, folks. We are tied at 2. All right. This is big.
Last one, dude.
Oh, I'm thinking about a trick one here.
Focus up.
8 times 0.
8.
0.
Oh, I thought I gave you a layup.
Give him one more, because I can't.
All right,
I can't win against this guy. He's too smart. Is that Wait, hold on. Is that Thunder Lips' son? Thunder, is that Thunder Lips' son?
I don't know. I can't see who the parent is. I just see the kid here.
I can hear in the background. It sounds like Thunder Lips. I can't lose.
Underwear, dude.
I know that. That's why.
No, hold on. I can't beat this guy. This kid has to win. Come on.
All right.
Give it, Nick. Give him a 9 times question. 9. He's good with 9s.
Oh, it's Jake West.
What's
Yes,
up,
it's
Tommy?
Jake.
What's up,
All
bro?
right, we're going big here. All right, we're going big, Gianluca. 9 times 7.
63.
Bang! Winner.
Dude. I say bye to the boys.
Bye.
We're out, dudes.
Congratulations. You are the first Nick Shine Show mathlete. When you
Later.
get to college, if I'm still alive, I will put $25 in a college fund for you for tonight's victory, okay?
Say hi to Fred.
And John Luca, happy belated birthday, little man. I know your birthday was maybe a month ago. Happy birthday.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Awesome.
dude. Later, guys.
Be good.
Later,
pal.
great
Put
question.
some pants on, all right? There's rules about this.
I'll try.
Later, buddy.
All right, Nick. If you want to get to some other calls, I'll let you go, my man.
All right, man. Be good.
Be good. Thanks for taking my call. I love you, brother.
All right, pal. Thanks for the segment. Good stuff. Oh, yeah. Tommy with a good connection, man. Good call. Andrew C. is in the chat with the $5 super chat. I was supposed to go to the Jets-Jags game tomorrow, but there's no way I'm leaving my bed for this gamer. All right. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat, sir. Folks, if you're watching the channel right now, hit the like button. Subscribe if you have not already. We're still trying to get 2,000 subs by the end of the football season. Yes, that includes the Super Bowl. We've got 3 new subs tonight, so welcome to you guys. The Dream also said, I'd rather stay in bed and DoorDash RB steak bites. Can anyone in the chat, do we have foodies who can let us know about this? That was fun. There's a lot of comments coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, Beast is here. Now, Beast, I would like you to call in with the gift that I gave you. You're good to call in. I got the clearance. You're good to call in, buddy. Clancy says, heard they're not great. Fred, RB steak bites are dry. Well, by the time they get to fucking Estonia, they're going to be dry, man. Next up, Philly Noodles. What up, dog?
Yeah, what's up, dude? Yeah, that was I like that. I like that little competition with the math. Right
I didn't want to say who was calling in, but just so you guys know that the private chat right now is Philly Noodles going 22, 14, 18, 42.
Yo, he killed me,
putting
bro.
his answers in the chat, the private chat, to show he could beat Tommy.
Tommy killed me. You went 27 minus 13. He's like 12. I used my fingers. I'm like, wait, how'd you do that? Just so, I'm like, damn, dude, that's 14, but it's okay. Man, yeah, I haven't spoke to you since our great debate. The greatest debate ever, bro. You know what? No matter what we debated, they still couldn't stop H-Han. That was like just sad, and he got hurt. But let's talk scenarios. Let's get dirty here tonight. Let's talk if we stick or if we don't. So if we stick where we are and we're picking, what do you think happens? Or if we move up, what do you think we give up?
I'm all in on Mendoza. I
You
don't
are?
care. Yeah, I don't care. Like, to me, doomsday scenario is not
Mhm.
getting Mendoza. I
Period.
don't have any interest in any other player. Like, I'm all in. Last week was the icing on the cake for me.
The grit. There's a lot of grit.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the kid does. Clancy,
A lot
I'm
of grit.
good, bro. Clancy, I'm good, man. Don't worry about it. He'll be okay.
That was a lot of grit. A lot of grit.
It was fun. It was
A
fun to
lot of
watch
grit.
that game. And I mean, we can't. All of the talk from Allen and everyone else, all the talking heads. I want to see what he does against a top defense. That pass rush from Iowa State's going to give him fits. Is he going to be able to read the progressions? Every negative thing that people put out there. I mean, it wasn't an offensive shootout. It was 2 dominant defenses.
Whoa.
And it wasn't bad offense. It was great defense. There's a difference.
dude.
I think
When was
I
it?
think he answered the call for me, man. I think that was the final thing. If they would have lost that game and he had to throw and he couldn't throw and it was 30-6, right? Like what I think the Jets
It
are
looks
going to lose
worse.
tomorrow, it would have been a bad look. But I think the fact that he did what he had to do was great.
I'm gonna be flat out honest. I think I talked to Indy about it at one point, Indy Jets at one point. But I said, bro, I think without a doubt, Aaron Glenn either heard about the game, saw highlights. When the first series is him getting popped, and then he ran back on the field and told his brother, all right, they're calling you back to the bench, I'm back. He right there salivated and was like, that's my quarterback. Who want to fly with them damn gritty Jets? That's the type of football he's looking for, right? That's what he's looking for. That's on brand. He gave them the brand that they need. And the fact he was very vocal and he was very upbeat, it don't look like New York City is going to destroy him. I mean, and the difference in faith is
To me,
crazy.
he's got that goofiness that Eli
Yeah.
Manning had that
Yeah,
made him
so
so successful. He's
a
not
little
going to
odd
try
of
to
it.
be bigger than the city. He's not going to try to have that larger than life persona. He's
Yep.
going to be that goofy, dorky guy, and that's fucking perfect for a New York. Chad Pennington was like that, right?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
Pennington was like that goofy, aw shucks type of guy.
All American, little American guy.
Yeah.
You know, you don't even care.
Yeah,
So
I
I
don't
think
want an LA quarterback coming in here. I don't want.
that's what Julian saying gave me that feeling. Just he had like an attitude about him, a little toot on him. I was like, oh man, that kid next year reminded me of Zach Wilson. Like you're like anointed that I'm that good. But the difference of caliber, competitiveness, of course. But I think you alluded to it. Period. End of story. The kid could throw the ball to the sideline like the best of them. And I don't know what we haven't noticed with the NFL. It's slant routes and a lot of out routes. You know what I mean? That's what opens up down the field half the time.
You wanna
So
know
as
what
long as
the
you're
NFL is?
hitting,
The NFL is the Penn State drive where he threw the one to the pylon, right? The
Mhm.
quick outs. And then that 22-yarder on 2nd and 17 up the seam
That's right.
is the best NFL throw he made the entire season. You get sacked, Penn State's going ballistic, and you hit that throw up the seam between the linebacker corner and safety, and you threw into the Bermuda Triangle and you fucking drilled it. That's the NFL throw right there.
now you are very much so. It don't matter. You're not sticking. If you know, I think there's a scenario. No matter if he won the Heisman tonight, I think there's a scenario where he could still fall because they may look at Dante Moore as like the natural thrower, like the natural. He just looks better when throwing the football. There's a more natural effort about it, which doesn't matter. You know, if you win a Super Bowl, it doesn't matter which way you threw it, crooked, forward, backward. Like, you know what I mean? No one cares. But in the end, I think Dante Moore could supersede him if the draft nicks out there during the offseason get it going and the agents and whoever. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well done.
Listen, imagine a scenario where like number one is the Giants. Okay. Would they go that crazy and get a receiver first pick? It really rarely happens. You know, it's usually a
That's where
quarterback
you
or a
move,
tackle.
right? That's where you move. You move back
yes.
to get the receiver.
Yeah, definitely. At one, do they owe us do they owe us favors? Because I think we just have too much ammunition and we couldn't just sway them. Whoever's at one, period.
Trying
End
to
of
be
story.
like Johnny Boy in the hospital. What kind of favors are you looking for?
Hey, dude, I don't know what kind of favors. Listen, I don't know what happened to him, but I hope he's all right.
Yeah, he
What?
had a little food poisoning thing, and
okay.
he's vomiting violently, and his intestine ruptured.
Oof.
I have amazing timing that I just opened up Peacock, and John Cena's walking out right now.
Oh yeah, he's
That's
Saturday
tremendous
night.
timing on my part.
This is it. This is his last match or something like that. My son
Yeah.
likes wrestling so much. I've kind of curtailed off of wrestling, but I never even watched John Cena in a wrestling match ever.
Yeah, listen, man. It's one of those things that if you've been around the last 25 years, you know who he be. You know what he's
Yeah, no,
about.
I know his thing. I never seen like a full wrestling match though. But to me, when The Rock disappeared and Stone Cold were gone, I started, it lost me at that point. That Attitude Era was, as a kid, I was like, bro, these guys are the best. Like they're doing things that you wouldn't really expect, like the cops to arrest you for. I'm like, this is amazing. And as soon as they like started doing random things and more plot lines, I was like, this is like soap operas. I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, all right, I'm out. You know.
Shout out
So
to
I mean,
Andrew C with another super chat says, I hate to admit it, I think I like Allen.
we all like Allen, man. He's a good troll. He's the troll you need in your life. Everyone needs a guy like that. So you can like, poke at him and get mad at. You need somebody to get mad at. You know what I mean? You can't be best friends with all your friends all the time. You gotta get mad at one of your friends every now and then. He's that guy. You know what I mean? Stirs the pot.
Yeah,
it's a pot stirrer. But
now,
I mean,
go ahead.
Do you think there's a cost that's too much? You don't think in this draft for Mendoza?
It depends where we end up, right? Like I think that they brought Lillian Garcia back for tonight too. That was pretty dope. I gotta watch this after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there will be, and this kind of leads into this comment I had Mark bring up. Nate says Muji was part of a regime in Denver that drafted the 6th quarterback off the board in 24. A regime that made shrewd moves of plucking starters like JFM off cheap for other rosters, kind of like what we've done with Briggs and Brownlee and Mitchell and Mechie, which Muji has done here. Following the Muji blueprint, I really think he values draft picks and is more risk averse than other guys in terms of going all in on a crapshoot. Well, that's the fine line, right, Nate? Do they view him as a crapshoot, or do they look at him and say, that's our guy? I don't think you trade up if you view him as a crapshoot. You trade up when you commit and you say flat out, that's our quarterback. He's got everything that we want. He's got everything that we need, and that's who we're going to build around. So I don't think they'll trade up if he's a crapshoot.
What do you so let's compare it to like moments where other guys won. I think real quick, if you want to, guys who like win Heisman's and had like a good crazy 1-year run. Like Burrow comes to mind. Left Ohio State, has I think 2 years at LSU. That second year, national title, the whole 9, Heisman, I believe, and then off to the number 1 pick happened to be the Bengals in Ohio. So that Ohio connection worked very well that year. Just happened to play out that way, that they sucked that bad. But would they have moved up? Like that's a scenario we don't like. There's certain teams that just happen to have that thing happen to them perfectly. Like if Tennessee is in that spot, they don't need. If the Giants are in that spot, they don't need. So you can make a needy team like us go out and overreach. So that's the only reason why we're scared. Because if we had the worst season this season, then everybody else, we would all be like, if you don't take Mendoza, there's something wrong with the Darren Muji, right? Because it's not a risk. It's less risk adverse because you're already there. So what is it to take 3 number 1s or 2 number 1s to move up to grab the number 1 if you were already going to be that much shittier by a couple of games or more? Like it isn't risk adverse. I don't think when you have 5 of them, little war chest, right? I think it's less risk. That's why they did what they did. You don't trade 2 elite players and not make a gamble happen and then have insurance. There's insurance there.
Yeah.
That's, I think, what we're losing out on. There is insurance. And I understand where Nate's coming from. I have that mentality too, but if we're pretending to be Darren Muji, I got 5 of them and 2 and what, 3 number 2s in back-to-back seasons?
But now you look at that, right? Knowing where Muji came from, everything that Nate just said, which is all 100% accurate. If they do trade up, if Muji does break the character and the mold of where he's from, that tells Jets fans everything, in my opinion. That says that they've waited, they've analyzed it, and they've said, this is a guy that we are willing to break our ideology for.
Correct.
If they don't move up, listen, I'll be heartbroken, but I don't give a shit. Like, dude, this is why I don't wear jerseys. I wear the team. If the general manager and the coach say he's not the guy, all right, I'll be upset, but I'll get the fuck over it by the time we make our pick.
Yeah.
You know? If, say, for example, okay, for discussion purpose, say they hate the quarterbacks and say they keep the 4th pick and they go get Bain or Falk and they go get an elite defensive lineman, you know, a top 5 draftable defensive end who can do it all and be that Watt, that Garrett, that Von Miller, that guy who goes in the top of the draft and delivers. Will Anderson right now in
Change
the
your team.
Texans coming up. Yeah, if you get that, and then you say, okay, maybe we'll trade up into round 1 to have the third year on a guy that we don't have the pressure of being that top pick. Okay, you know, you trade 2 2s and you move back up, whatever the case may be. I think
Like a
Muji is a good
Sorsby.
enough talent evaluator, in my opinion, that I'm going to be okay with what Muji does because I'm a big fan of Muji.
Me too. Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. But I mean, I would be stung. I'm not going to lie, but I would be over it instantaneously because I'm rooting for the team to become great. And if that's their vision and make the team great, I'll get on board with it.
Yeah, I'm on that same. Yeah, I don't think I'm more right even killed as of now. In the beginning, I was you can't trade up for a Mendoza unless he gives you the full, and he's given the full dog and pony right now, and he still has some to go. So I mean, this evaluation for the last month here is going to be insanity for the I think Jet camp, you know, for sure. And also, what is it to us for them to not just double dip and take Drew Aller, who Moogie obviously liked at, you know, 3rd round, if he's there. Oh well, you know, that's another risk aversion. But we haven't really panned out with many 3rd round picks. If we're going to talk, you know, 4th round picks, we're going to talk wide receivers.
Yeah.
So if you're going to take it on a gamble of a quarterback, you might have to anyway. Tyrod's probably going to retire, and if he doesn't, I don't think you're bringing him back. You're not bringing back Justin Fields, and if you do, it's just to trade him when you get the opportunity. So you're going to need a 2nd and 3rd quarterback anyway. You need it. So if something goes wrong with Mendoza, or he's just not what you think, or he needs more time to develop properly, then that's fine. Or give him a little healthy competition. I mean, that's what I think cursed Justin Fields this year. There was no one around, you know, anointed quarterback that way, but beside him not being able to see. Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, I do want to see them draft a linebacker really bad for the past like 6 seasons. So I hope they walk away with a linebacker here come draft, but as well.
So I've done whenever I do a mock, right? Like at the end of the night, I open up the mock draft and I present the scenario to do the mock buy. Like it helps clear my head, erase all the shit in the world, and just kind of do this as I'm drifting off, like with my melatonin, right? And I'll look at it and I'll say, okay, I'm going to do this one if we don't like the quarterback. I'm going to do this one if we trade for a wide receiver. I'm going to do this one if this is let's attack the defensive draft. And I came out the other day with Falk from Auburn and Styles at linebacker. And I'm like looking at it and I'm like,
retool.
You know, I'm a defensive coach. You know, I've been a defensive coordinator, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, I would not be mad about missing out on Mendoza. If you got a guy like Bain or Falk, and then you followed it up with Styles, and then you go get Amari Washington from Oregon in the 2nd fucking round, and you got a monster defensive tackle,
that's
badass defensive end, and a middle linebacker like Styles. I'll be like, all right, I can wait a year for a quarterback. Like that could make me say, okay, I'll deal with Mariota. I'll deal with Gardner Minshew. I'll deal with Nate. I don't give a shit. If you go build a badass defense,
don't give him Minshew.
Wait a year.
Well, don't give not Minshew. You can't do that. Oh God. But no, yeah, that kid Amari Washington is like a freak of nature. They're saying he's like lazy reports have come out about him. I was reading up on him when I was doing some mock drafts in the past month. Yeah, a little bit of laziness. But I mean, he is an athletic freak. He's one of those kids on the freak list, the top 10 freaks list. I mean, honestly, I would say if to get Mariota would be great because he kind of reminds me of Mendoza in a sense, where they're longer bodies, Heisman winners, California-based play style and where they came from. The numbers I looked at them, they weren't completely similar on sports reference, but they're pretty close. Mariota had that season where he had like I think it was 12 rushing touchdowns or something. It was nonsense. It was crazy. You know what I mean? They had to give him the Heisman that year. But passing game and everything was pretty similar. But if you drafted Mendoza and got Mariota, that's a great dude to learn behind. I would say, even if you took Dante Moore, if they went the other way, if they liked him for some reason more, him behind him from Oregon, it all kind of lays credence. Like Mariota might be the prototype to help train a guy from either of those two guys. But yeah, they got to leave with a linebacker to make me happy. That's all. First round if they
And
can.
I'm okay with if it's Styles, if it's CJ Allen from Georgia,
For
or
Georgia.
if it's Bill from Texas. And you gotta.
Yes.
I don't think
Yeah.
all three of those will be gone.
Mhm.
I think we're gonna, if we don't get Styles in one, I think Allen might go in one also. But
Yeah,
for me,
CJ.
early day 2 is you got to get Hill. You got to go get
Texas boy
true
too.
badass middle linebacker.
Yep. Texas boy too. I could see Glenn just wanting him from being a Texas guy. You know what I mean? That kid's got grit. Styles is a man. I don't know, bro. Woo. Bro, Styles is a game wrecker. That's what I think. And I think
Did you
Hill's a little
watch the
slow.
Georgia Texas game?
No, I didn't. I heard that was yeah.
Well, Texas made one great play the whole game, and it was Hill, who was the middle linebacker, and he dropped, and he's taken his curl responsibility,
Mhm.
and he looks back, locates the receiver's depth, shifts over, catches the interception, and I was like, oh my god, we haven't had that since like early Mosley.
Mosley, I was gonna say Mosley, bro. And I
Yeah.
hate when people say that Mosley was trash on I'm like, he's not trash. I mean, the COVID year and then the injury before that, it is what it is. He played great for us, and if we would have had the other extra 2 seasons, it would have been phenomenal. But let me leave you with this piece of a little
Wait, we
anything.
do have breaking news in the chat. Jay Reeves says, I want him. So you can delete whatever the hell you want off of YouTube, but it still gets the StreamYard. And Jay, we respect who you are. We don't judge here. You can want whoever you want. That's fine, bro.
I want him.
Just know that when you delete it on YouTube, it does absolutely nothing, and it still hits StreamYard. Real quick, Clancy, I was Aaron Glenn on the sideline. There were many times where my defense would get a touchdown, and I would be running or high stepping on the sideline or doing like high knees with them down the sideline as they're taking off. But that was me, Glenn. I didn't do the dance so much, but I would always jump it up with the players. And whenever our running backs broke a long run, I would always go back and celebrate with the offensive linemen.
Oh yeah, man, dude, I love some of these linemen getting celebrations when they pass the ball to them and they spike that shit. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Who else paved the way for you guys to run through these holes? I mean, it's not like Barry Sanders is on every team where he could just be like, "Thanks for just being here." Like, that's the gift you would get from Barry, probably. Like, "Thanks for being here. Thanks for just being here." Even though I ran backwards and sideways and still scored. But I'll leave you with this. Tyler Lindenbaum, blank check. Everyone's calling me crazy. Blank check. Blank check. Whatever he saw, if he wants 20,
And
I'll give him
it where
22.
we pay him. I don't care if it's $35 million in year 2 because we have $207 million
Just
available.
give
Structure
him.
the contract so that the Ravens can't match it.
Blank check. I got called crazy. How is that crazy? Blank check. I don't care if you
some
sign Myers.
crazy takes, but I am 100% on board with this one.
Blank check. Listen, bro, forever we'll debate whatever we want, but that's one of them we can't. Win the ball, blank check.
I've been saying here's I'll give you my line. If Baltimore is dumb enough to fuck around, make them find out.
Oh yeah, let them.
That's
hey,
it.
we take some of the players and things happen with them the right way, right? Mosley. Who else can I think of? What's his name? Morgan Moses was right for a little bit, season or two. A guy named Bart Scott, that worked out pretty well. Rex Ryan, that worked out pretty well. Give us your trash.
Reed didn't. Ed Reed didn't.
No, I was about to say, don't bring Ed Reed.
Did he test the Verdi? We got tested Verdi.
Oh, I didn't even know that. There you go. Amen. Preach on, brother.
All right, bro.
Yeah,
Good night, man.
All right, enjoy.
All right, peace. Nate, they always knew. And also, I was heavier back then. If we got the ball at the 30 to start and we broke a 70-yard touchdown, I wasn't running the whole 70 yards. So that was why the offensive linemen were there. Love those kids. That's the cool part about being a rover and going to the different schools and seeing all the different kids that I've coached. I pop in during the basketball practice or wrestling practice, and the coaches know that those kids that I've coached got to come over and say what's up to me immediately. I love those kids. But folks, call lines are open. Thank you to everyone watching. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I know a lot of you have. Thank you for that. We are in the midst of a raffle. We have the Darrell Revis mini helmet, and we have a Freeman McNeil autographed jersey. Super chats, gifted memberships get you in. Now, we will be back tomorrow night. However, the show will be 9 o'clock tomorrow night, not 8 o'clock. Tomorrow's Sophia's birthday. And by the time we're done with everything there and I get home, we're going to go on at 9 o'clock tomorrow night, not 8 o'clock. Forgive me. Oh, and Brandon Stevens. Nice. Good call, Rich. Oh, Rick Kent, not Rich. I'm reading his comment. Clancy. Nick would creep down the sideline. Well, what I always did when my buddy was calling the offensive plays, I would go further downfield to look to where their weaknesses were. Because in Pop Warner, you got to hide some players on defense. And I would look to see who the weaknesses were and where we could attack. And I would keep an eye out for when they were coming in the game. Speaking of coming in the game, Rick Kent just came in the game and said, I'm gifting 5 memberships. Rick Kent, the homeboy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a member of the channel, do what Bill just did and Clancy's doing now. Use your Rick Kent emoji. He gifted 5 that went to Alan, Pred, the Real 2 Cruising, Bucky Ross, and 1 REM fan. REM, Losing My Religion? Was that REM? You're the man, Rick Kent. And that's why. Rick, I am so happy that you had a streak of every 31st day, it seemed like you were gifting my other account or Nikki. So that's tapered off. We haven't had one of those in a while. But I appreciate you, Rick. And that is why I will wake up at 4 a.m. and come pick you up from the airport anytime. Oh, thank you, Rick. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, my baby's turning 15. Not cool. Not cool. Heartbreaking. I get it. It's a part of life, but when you got your baby girl, you hope your baby girl stays your baby girl forever. And she will be. And in her daddy's eyes, she will always be my baby girl. No matter how old she gets, how many things she's accomplished, how many dingers she hits in softball, she'll always be that little baby girl. And I will always see her that way. Oh, John Cena getting nuts. Oh, that was pretty weak. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It makes you do crazy things, Jay. Like say, I want him in the YouTube chat, but I get it. Oh, it turns 12 Wednesday. Nice. Happy birthday to her. Yeah, it does. Jay Quest, hopefully little John Luca keeps improving at math and this is not his peak. That was fun, man. Thank you for calling in with that before. That was unexpected, but a really, really cool moment. All right. Nolan says Nick is trading his firstborn child for Mendoza. Nikki's 17. I would make that trade. He's not a kid anymore. I need my new baby. My new baby would meet Mendoza for the next 15 years or however long I'm alive. I would make that trade. We keep the draft picks. We just got to trade Nikki. Son, you got to bite the bullet here, buddy. You got to go. May your first child be in. I can't even say it without laughing because I think of Luca Brazza, right? You know, Rick, he would go for the cause of the Jets. He really would. John. All right, folks. Call lines are open. If you guys want to do a hangout, I'm down for a hangout. I got to be up early for snow removal. Anyone in Central Jersey? Do we have snow accumulating right now? Nate, I think you missed. We're on Addie's show last night. Yeah, last night we were talking about it. Nick's gonna go be an electrician. So my buddy runs the union locally, so he'll hook Nikki up. He called us the other day, gave us the whole plan, and yeah, it's that's what he wants to do. So we're gonna get him. He graduates high school in June. He can apply to the union the first Monday of every month. You need your high school diploma, and he will do that in July. Oh, Rick Kent, well done. Well done, Rick Kent. That's a dad joke, Rick. That's a dad joke. That's well done. That was perfect. Fuck off then, Nate. How's that? How's that? How's that? Better? Yeah, how's that? Well, you know what, Nate? Sometimes I need filler. Sometimes we need filler. Sometimes it's a comment from you, Nate. I can't tell dad jokes. I know that, but the joke is classified as a dad joke, even though you're not classified as a dad. And then Rick Shine, yeah, my homeboy. I know him. Sometimes you need a comment from Nate to get the next topic going. Other times you just sit back and watch where the show goes. That's where we go right now. Oh, hi. How are you?
Oh, hi, Nixon. Yeah, I know it's supposed to
Oh, hi,
snow
Lane
tomorrow.
Curtis.
Yeah, I mean it's
Can you
supposed
turn
to
the
snow
TV down a little
tomorrow.
bit, buddy?
Hmm?
Can you turn the TV down a little bit?
Oh, yep. Yeah, I'm here.
How are you?
So, how do you feel about the game tomorrow? You think that the Jets have a chance to win or not?
No. I think Lane doing the Irish goodbye. Shout out to Clancy. I guess he couldn't turn the TV down. He hit the wrong button. That's Rick. I'm not even going to say what this one is, but that might classify as one too. But I won't say it. I don't want to upset you. Lane was like, nah, not turning the TV down. You and your rules, Nick Shine. The Dream says Joe Burrow doesn't look like he wants to play anymore. Listen, we saw it with Quinnen Williams, right? I'll discuss this. We saw it with Quinnen. We've seen it with many other players before, where sometimes a change of scenery on a team that doesn't win is what's needed. Now, do I think Joe Burrow would say, okay, I'll go to the Jets? No, I don't. I think it's a pipe dream. I think it's a crack pipe dream. I don't think it's realistic. I don't think it's plausible in any way, shape, or form. Joe Burrow is wearing number 9 for the Jets next year or the year after. And at that point, I don't know. I just don't think. Now, if the Rams come calling and the Rams are willing to give up multiple picks for Joe Burrow, I could see that being a likely scenario. If you told me you have to bet on one team that Joe Burrow gets traded to, I would say it's the Rams. Burrow with McVay. Burrow would win multiple MVPs. Burrow would be solidified as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time if he had McVay with Puka for years to come. Yeah, that would be where I would bet he goes to. I'm in bed watching Cheers. Is it with Diane? Is it the early years? Or is it with Rebecca? Now, we did have one guy call in aside from Lane, and then he clicked out 100%. Rick Kent, that's why you're the man, dude. I hated Diane. I hated Diane. I don't even want to watch. I don't even want to watch. Oh my God. Back then? Yeah, she definitely, Clancy. 100%. She was like that. How do I classify this? She wasn't the most beautiful woman in the world, but she had that look to her. Oh, she's dead now. Christy Alley died a couple years ago. ISU. And he doesn't notice that everybody's busy watching Via Perlman. What are we doing, John Cena? Is this it? No. Matt still goes on. All right, folks. Like I said, call lines are open. I'm willing to hang out till 11 o'clock. So if anyone wants to call in for the hangout portion of the show, feel free. If not, we'll wrap this bad boy up. Something that Jay's not familiar with doing. And shout out to Johnny Boy, too. If you are a member of the channel or became one tonight, we'll show some love again for Johnny Boy. Drop that Johnny Boy emoji. Thank you, Addison, for making that. Appreciate you. You are a nice guy. Yeah, but Nate, at least I'm still talking. Like, I'm on the show. Like, I'm not sitting there like this. Wait, what? What do you say? What? Huh? I'm not doing that. Oh, Jay, don't be quoting Gary. Don't be quoting Gary. That's your first mistake. Yeah. Condoms are for sailors. Oh, come on. Oh, man. John Cena with the loss. Spoiler alert. I didn't see what happened. All of a sudden, I saw that it was over. Speaking of being over.
Now let's go to What Did We Learn Today? Courtesy of Nick Shine.
Drop your What Did We Learn. Thank you, everyone. Like I said, there's some shit that was going on. And I stepped away a little bit from Discord, YouTube. And much love to all of you that reached out. You guys are the best. Johnny solidified that earlier too, saying how awesome you guys are. Seen it. Yeah, I figured. Go out a quitter. But drop your what did we learns. Yeah, but you're handing it off to a guy that's already established. That's the thing that I didn't get. This match, this guy, I don't get it. Oh, yeah, ISU, what are you doing? Boomtown's in Canada. They don't get this show for like another 3 weeks. Tennis is live. Oh, Jesus. Now they'll give him his big farewell. But folks, drop your what did we learns. Get them in. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats, the gifted memberships. You guys are awesome. Shout out again to Jay Graves, who wants a Nick Mangold jersey, for gifting Crispy his membership. Chris, enjoy your emojis. We know you will. Knobcraft with a spoiler alert. But folks, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you. If you are a member of the channel, drop that what did we learn today emoji. And we will kick it up to the great white north. And we will ask Boomtown, what did you learn today, sir? And if you would please drop it like it's hot. There we go. I learned that John Luke and Tommy had an epic math off. Yeah, who had that going to the best of 5, going to game 5? Here we go, folks. Boomtown learned ABT equals going back to the girl who cheats on you every Thanksgiving with your cousin and you keep taking her back. Carly can tell from just a picture who the Jets should draft. Bonus, Nick's first thoughts after hearing about the Michigan story was of Johnny Boy. Not even the $5 bill trick to get Johnny out of his 0-11 slump. Rick Shine may be deleted, but never forgotten. Double bonus, Mendoza appears to be a polished politician. Doing the Gorman now has an additional meaning. Tommy still does math on his hands. There needs to be a math segment going forward. Triple bonus, Jay Reeves wants him. Lane has perfected the Irish goodbye. Clancy, member of the channel for 17 months. Get well soon, Johnny Boy. Yes, sir. Jets lose tomorrow. Sorry. And a big matchup in Sleeper League. 1 versus 4. Clancy versus Nate. Lee versus Boom. Waiting in the wings. Love to all. Awesome. Yeah, I got a bye week this week. So I am waiting to see who I go against. And of course, Kyle Pitts drops a 46-point night on a night that I have a bye, a week that I have the bye. So, folks, see you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. God bless. Be good to one another. Enjoy this holiday season. And don't forget.
Buddy. Hope you guys are having a good football Sunday today. I see a lot of you Jet fans are happy that the Jets have won their second straight game. This one against the Cleveland Browns, 27-20. Anyways, I'm here to talk to you guys about the whole topic surrounding the Indians.
I'll stay and I live by the light, and so bright as the twilight's last evening.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Let's welcome our next caller. Ladies and gentlemen, it's... What's on your mind, my friend?
We've been beat up, laughed at, kicked while we down. Told we no good, just a circus of clowns. We hear our team is no good and our owner's a bum. making poor decisions with help from his son. Back the F off, please keep your hands off the team. For you this is a business, for us we bleed green. You got Muji and Glenn to make decisions that's tough. To just sign the checks then shut the F up. Cause year after year you like to mess things up. And on behalf of Jets fans, enough is enough.
I get it. We're all frustrated. But let me tell you why it's going to turn around. It's shine time, game time, 2025. Need a Super Bowl win while I'm still alive. We got O-line, defense, backs who can run. With Wilson and Sauce, this could still be fun. Don't stress, don't fret, don't worry about the past. With Glenn at the helm, we'll turn around fast. It's time to tell you what you need to know. Sit back, relax, it's the Nick Shine Show.